Are you with the shits? Cause they are. Straight out of the Bronx. It's Heidi and Lexi. And you are now tuned into Ladies Pitch. Here's your host, Heidi baby, and Lexi, the motherfucking savage.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? This is the Ladies Pitch podcast. Welcome back. This is your favorite mommy, Haiti baby.
And your favorite forgetful mom, Tori.
And we have some special guests with us here tonight. The guys from the GinTV podcast.
What's
going
good?
on,
What's
guys?
good?
What's going on? Why do you call yourself the favorite mommy? You're not a mother, right?
Okay, that doesn't
Spanish
necessarily...
mommy?
Yes.
Okay.
Mommy, Puerto Rican, Boricua mommy.
Okay.
Okay. What's
Do
going on?
you want to be like the favorite poppy?
I like that.
Who
Poppy
doesn't
sauce
love
guy.
that?
What? Poppy sauce.
Poppy saucy. I like that.
Wow, Poppy sauce.
Yeah. What? All right. Is it Ease Poppy?
Saucy Poppy.
Saucy Poppy's better.
Yeah.
All right. Hold up. Papa Ease. No, that doesn't.
Papa Ease.
I kind of like that.
Be
Though.
Easy Poppy.
Easy Poppy. Easy Poppy. All right.
I don't want to be
It rolls
easy,
off the
though.
tongue a little bit.
Easy Poppy. All right. So we got Easy Poppy and
Saucy Poppy.
Saucy
This is
Poppy.
gonna be,
I like it.
okay, but those nicknames have to be exclusively
No, it's
with
y'all.
you
It's y'all.
guys.
It's on y'all platform.
I'm
Bet.
very possessive with my people, so
Okay.
I don't want to hear you guys on another podcast.
Yo, what up? It's Saucy Poppy in the building.
I'm gonna shut that shit down, leave a bad review. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for joining us tonight.
We're good.
We're
good.
excited.
Nah, thank you for having us.
Been looking forward to this.
We have two.
This is a rematch for us. I feel.
Really is.
Yeah.
Rematch.
But that a rematch would like mean that like was it a battle last time when you guys came on our
Did you
podcast?
feel like you lost?
No, never. I never feel like I lost, even when I do lose.
So
Okay.
a rematch in terms of what though?
Because when I don't know, there were things that was said that now that I listen back on the episode, I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't respond to it the way I should have responded to it. Hold on.
I should have been offended in that moment.
That's not what I
Yo,
meant. They put words
I'm not
in my
gonna
mouth.
lie to you though. He was eating you up though. Like you would say
For
some
real?
shit. Nah, yo.
Hey, yo.
I was. I do what I do best.
No, that was on that Patreon episode. The bonus shit. Nah, but like
they didn't get.
you definitely were saying some shit, and he would like immediately call you out on it. Like, nah, I'm not buying that shit.
For real. I told you I sensed it, man.
Yeah, I don't know why he's like, oh, she's a liar. I'm like,
You're a liar. It's okay.
whatever.
It's okay.
Whatever. We're going to get into that, though.
Let's get into it.
All right,
All right, so I have some icebreaker questions for you guys.
love him. Let's go.
So, whichever one want to answer first, you guys could do it.
Okay.
All right, so icebreaker question number 1. Would you rather have your girl have a lot of guy friends or a whole bunch of hoe friends?
Yes. You came out swinging. That's a tough one.
On your ass.
Damn.
Bro, you got me stumped. Yo, because
Either way, it's a bad look, to be honest with you. Whole lot of whole friends.
because women are so easy influenced by their friends. And I know y'all like to think y'all aren't, but like every time y'all go out with the whole friend, she's going to get y'all on some shit. And it's like, then y'all gotta just cop out when y'all get caught on like, oh, like I wasn't really doing it. Like she got us
Right.
involved. She got the guys. But it's like, all right,
I
you was
haven't-
still around.
I didn't mean to go to this nigga's crib. That's where they were
But
going.
you know
like,
what's crazy? I haven't done that in years. Something like that.
But
Like,
you've done it.
What do you mean?
years. Like what, the scenario that he just played, because you know when you're younger, you kind of just like ride along with whatever, because you're younger, so it's easier when it's in twos. But now in our 30s, if we go out and either one of us picks up a guy, we're not gonna like go and sit around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna just break apart. She's gonna go home, and I'm gonna go home.
But what if
That's
he's
a
got
nice
friends?
thought.
But what if he's got friends?
Huh?
See, my only issue with that is right, like, so like say y'all two go out, right, and one of y'all is in a relationship, right. So y'all go out, right, and y'all meet us. So you're in a relationship, you're not. So you're the one mingling, right. But while you're mingling with like one of us, right, the single guy per se, there's still one other girl, one other guy, right? That other guy's not gonna go away.
Right.
Like he's gonna go
He's
and
just gonna
entertain
literally-
your friend,
yeah.
right? And even though you're in a relationship, you're still gonna like talk back. Typically, like I don't think like most
respond back at least.
women,
You know?
So now you're like
Small talk.
Essentially, you're in a double date.
That's not true.
What the fuck?
That's how I look at it.
I want to say
turn into a double date.
I want to say that's not true as far as the double date. Now, I've been in a relationship for most of my 20s and half of my 30s, and I've been in that situation. But I can actually sit down and talk with someone. It doesn't have to go past that. I would just do it like just being like a wing person for my homegirl, but doesn't mean that like I'm gonna go home with the guy. Or I'm gonna get his number, or we're gonna interact outside of that like night out.
it doesn't
How long was your longest relationship?
8 years.
All right, so let's go back in the past for a bit, right? Same scenario. You're out with your homegirls, right? Or you're out with Dory. Dory is like, hey, let's go outside. Let's go to this bar. You go to the bar and you see your relationship man talking to another girl. As you walk in, like you're seeing him talking to another girl. The instant thought isn't like, oh, well, he's just being wingman or he's just like having a small conversation. Your instant thought is like, they're on a date.
All right, so that's the initial thought, but at the same time, what kind of like relationship do I have with my man? Like, do I trust him? Do I fully trust him? Do I know like who he is as a partner?
But I feel like you'll
It's all
judge
it
him
has
to
to do with,
begin
like,
with
trust.
on having himself in that situation to begin with. Like for him to be in that situation overall, it's like, well, your man put you in that situation and you decided to sit there and still be in that situation.
Now, how many men actually get up and be like, oh, nah, I can't talk to you. I'm in a relationship. Like, that doesn't
Right.
happen.
I mean, hold on.
That
Niggas
doesn't
is
happen.
dogs. Like, it's okay for us to do. Like, it's a completely different situation. Like, we are okay with
But
that.
you're making it seem also like if you guys have like no discipline. Like you guys have to, like if you sit down and talk to a woman, something has to come from that. Like you can't just sit down and have a conversation and nothing comes from that.
You 100% could just have a conversation. Like I'm not
Exactly.
denying that. I just feel like, right, in the ideal situation, right, like if you're just playing a wingman for your girl, nothing's gonna happen, right? You're in a conversation with this guy, keep it respectful, keep it light, right? And then your girl goes out with the dude, and then you and the other guy just part ways, right? But in real life, I think what typically happens is like as you're like getting to know this guy, because now he has an in, right? Like he's almost kind of like, oh, like I don't even want to talk to you, but I'm kind of obligated because you know what I'm saying, like my boy's talking to your girl. Yo, what typically happens, I feel like a little chemistry starts building up. Like, oh, all of a sudden it's like, oh, this guy's like, he's kind of nice, right?
What?
I won't give you my number, but I'll give you my Instagram.
Oh, here's my,
Here's my
That's
Snapchat.
delusion.
I got a man, but here's my Snapchat.
All right. Here's my Instagram. Now
And
he
then,
has
yo,
access to you.
Yo, then that little snowball just keeps getting building up, yo.
then
Like,
you and your man get in an argument.
But you don't
6
have
months down
to
the road.
pursue everybody or
No,
every
no,
like,
you want-
you didn't
chemistry
pursue,
that you
he
feel.
pursued.
No, you 100%.
It doesn't matter what you want to pursue. If I don't want to take it there, it's not going.
you
But sometimes
100%,
things
you
happen.
100% don't. But I feel like by putting yourself in that situation, by being with a whole friend, which is typically the case, right? You're like, the opportunity's there. I'm not saying that you're always going to take that opportunity, right? But it's like, yo, how many times is she going to put you in that situation and you're going to walk away?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
you're-
I don't feel like it's a situation that you should be in like often if you're in a relationship.
But if all your friends
it happens,
if all your friends is hoes, right? Like it's gonna happen more than not.
listen, if I'm in a relationship and I have whole friends, if I'm faithful, I want to at least live vicariously through my friends. Like, damn, can
Yeah, but
I,
that
like,
vicariously
can
turns
I hear
into
their stories? Can I
You
just
hear the
like live
stories,
through
then
them?
you start imagining, then you start wanting it, then you start
Oh
doing
my
it.
God. Now you
Self-control,
can't
guys.
be
Self-control.
human. Now you can't be human in a relationship.
can.
Like you
But
can't
let's
fantasize
just-
about anybody else. You can't.
No, absolutely you can. But let's
I'll
just
be
own
honest
up
with
to
you.
it.
I'm
Let's
gonna
just
be
own up
honest
to
with
what
you. Yo,
really
like,
happens.
As far as this question, I don't even think there's like a winning because like, yo,
I take the guy friends, honestly.
Take one.
I take the
Take
guy
one.
friends.
I already feel like my
lesser of the
I
two
already feel like
evils.
my girlfriends are hoes anyway, so I'm gonna stick with that shit. Like,
I
You'd
take,
rather her have whole friends?
I think so, yo, because I hate saying that. I hate when people say like men and women can't be friends because like I don't apply that to myself because I have female friends where like they can like literally come up to me like, yo, offer me some pussy and I'm gonna decline because like for me personally, like when you like become a female friend to me, like it's just like a shift in my head where like you're just like you're out of that space where it's like you're not. You could be like beautiful, but it's like I just don't like. It's like you just become like a cousin to me type shit. So like once you're in that, so I do believe that men and women can be friends. But I also I also feel like a lot of men don't have the discipline
They don't.
to like be friends with the female, right? Like I feel like a lot of like male friends are just buying time. So that's why actually it's funny, yo. That happened to me when I actually got with my girl. She had this male friend, right? So me and her like, you know, we start talking. She introduces me to the guy. I get a bad vibe like right away from this dude, right? But like this is her best friend. Like this is not only her male friend. This is her
That Pisces intuition don't
This
be lying.
is her best friend, right? bro, yo, I'm not the type of guy that's gonna be like, yo, like I don't want you being around, like, cause it's like, even though that's my thought, like I don't want you to be around this nigga, but it's like I'm not gonna like vocalize that shit, yo, cause it's like you come off like a bitch, right? Like like bitch ass, insecure ass nigga, like exactly,
yeah, my man is insecure
exactly, right?
About you.
Exactly, right? Yo, because then she's gonna tell the dude.
My man is insecure about you.
Yo, then he's gonna be like,
don't want us together.
Yo, he's gonna be even gassed. So anytime he sees, he's like, oh, look at this little insecure ass. Yeah, exactly.
Bitch ass
Insecure
nigga.
little boyfriend.
Hey, yo, so boom, right? So me and her, like, we're dating. It's getting more serious, right? Like, you know, usually when you date someone, you're just like, let me just fucking see what this goes, right? Like, so me and her getting more serious. And I tell you, like the more I see this guy, just like the vibes just isn't there, right? Yo, because at the same time, because like, yo, if my girl's your best friend and I'm her boyfriend, like, yo, we should be cool. Like, it should be no weird energy, right? Like, we should be like, we literally should be able to hang out, right, bro? So tell me why, like, one day the dude gets drunk, right? This is probably like maybe like 6 months. That's like we're a couple now, like, you know what I mean?
Official.
Yeah, it's official, right? She put a ring on it. So
No way.
yo, one day he just calls her like 2 a.m. type shit, right? Drunk.
We love
like,
those.
Confessing his love to her, right? And I'm like, yo, I fucking told you, bro.
But they be knowing, bro. They be knowing low key, but
yo,
that's
low key. She's like, yo, I never saw this coming.
Hey, nah, get the fuck out of here,
shit, right? And
get the fuck out of here.
Yo, but I knew it.
That actually happened to me.
Nah. I don't believe it. Yo, I feel like y'all know, but you just try to play stupid.
Yo, but then I didn't even ask her like to end the friendship, right? Like she just decided to do that shit on her own because it's like, I'm like, whatever, man. Like that's what you figured that shit out. I really don't even want to.
She gotta set that hard boundary. Though.
Yeah, but I felt it. Like so, like yo, like. But with that being said, like I do believe that most men and women can be friends. I'm not gonna say most, but I feel like
they can.
But it's tough. I feel like a lot of guys. And and even women, bro. Like I feel like even women be like low key, like throwing you some pussy when y'all friends. Like,
sneaky,
yeah,
sneaky.
I had one of my homeboys. He was on the podcast a while back, and we had a conversation about that. And he's one of my close guy friends. Nothing's ever happened. Like I'm cool with his girl. We're mad cool. All of that shit. And he actually was saying that he feels that women are the ones that kind of like keep it there at that friendship level, because if it's up to the guy, they will actually do something with the woman, like with their female friend. So he was like, yo, some guys just be waiting to see like if you're gonna want to take them out the friend zone and do something. So he really doesn't believe that like guys and girls can actually really, really be like, it's very rare, I guess.
No, like I said, I think it's rare. But I do think it's possible. Like some people don't believe it at all. Like one thing I like about having a female friend is like you get the perspective from a female that you like, because sometimes like you'll argue with your girl or your significant other, right? And it's hard to see their point because like you're in the moment, you're arguing with them, right? So I feel like that's the importance of having a friend of the opposite sex, because I can go talk to a female friend like, yo, this is what happened. Like, am I tripping? Or is she tripping? You know what I mean? And sometimes you get that female perspective.
What if she low key like she is giving you bad advice? Like, yo, leave that bitch. She ain't shit. I'll treat you better if I pee.
Like, fortunately for me, like I've never had that shit, but like that would be like a bitch.
Unfortunately for me.
No, I said fortunately. Fortunately for me, that's never happened. Like where I've had like, if I've come to a woman for advice, like she's never given me like some like
messed up advice.
Yeah.
But so with that being said, I think I'd go with the whole friends. But I do have a question for y'all. Can you smash and be friends afterwards?
That's not with me. I don't smash my guy friends.
No, I'm saying like, can you like say you met a guy, right? Y'all fucked. It's cool, but y'all just know it. Like it just ain't evolving to anything, right? Like, can y'all be friends on some level after that?
Nah, not really.
Why not?
I'm delusional by nature.
Wait, why can't you fuck your guy friends? Why can't you fuck your guy friends?
It depends. First of all, if it's my guy friend, like we legit, real friends. Nah, I'm not taking it there. I feel like that messes up the friendship somehow.
Really?
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah. If it's just like somebody that I know,
you think it messes up the friendship?
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, bro.
It does.
Like I want to say no, right? But I think as a man, right, you're like we're very possessive when we fuck a woman on some type of level. So it's like, all right, maybe if I fuck you, like if you're my girl, like my female friend, right, and I fuck you, maybe one time I'm all right, it's whatever. Like all right, we could be cool after that. Yeah. Yo, but if this shit becomes a pattern where I'm just fucking you, and then like I could just like you start fucking other dudes, I might feel like I might be like, all right, like that's still my pussy now, like.
Which is crazy.
That's exactly what ends up happening. Then it becomes like a very toxic situation, and then it gets ugly.
Honestly, like I fucked a majority of my female friends, and like I don't I don't see it like that. Like,
How many times you
we're
fuck
so
them?
cool. Multiple times. Yeah, multiple times.
Nah, I haven't been that lucky.
Really? We're still cool. Like, to the point where, like, when I'm in a relationship, it's respect. When they're in a relationship, it's respect. It's never like no boundaries are crossed. It's not even like we run back to each other or like there's any disrespect when I'm in a relationship or vice versa. It's just like we fucking and that's it.
And I'm gonna tell you where, for like in my experience, where it kind of gets like messed up. So let's just say, for example, that you're a really close guy friend of mine, right? And we always go out. We go out for drinks. We do like I call you all the time, all this shit. Then we fuck.
Yeah.
And we keep fucking or whatever. Then if I keep doing those things, all of a sudden you start mixing it up and thinking that like, oh, she's attached or she's in love with me. And I'm like, no, my dude, like I was doing all those things before we started fucking.
Really?
That's a good point.
Yeah, hell yeah. Then you start thinking like,
I get, yo, those lines start getting real gray.
yeah.
What's crazy is that,
yeah.
like, for me personally, like I said, like I'm the type of person where like I could be fucking a girl and like you start talking to someone else. I'm gonna give you advice on that. Like I'm gonna help you towards that.
Nah, that's
like,
not happening with
That's
me.
successful for me. You know, like I'm okay with like to see you happy. I'm happy, and I know that's like a cliched statement, but like really and truly, like if you're good, I'm good, and that's the type of relationship I would want in return. Like if I'm good, I want you to be like, yo, I respect the fact that you're in a relationship or you see something with this person, and I'm gonna respect that.
See, so I feel like I can't fuck a current female friend. Like if we're friends and we start fucking, I think that could kind of get weird for me, maybe. But I've fucked women and became friends with them afterwards. To that point where like then I started.
You guys weren't friends before, but you guys became friends afterwards.
Yeah, but
That's
then
so backwards.
I know, but like
That's how a lot of it happens.
yo, but like
You just
damn,
realized she
even
was-
a large
you
Cause yo,
realized she was super
cause you
cool?
just reminded me. Cause like there was one girl, we just we met like on some dating shit. Then like it just was, what I mean, it is what it is. And then we became friends, type of shit. And then I just remember like giving her like relationship advice, type of shit. But like but that was it. Like I never like once we became friends, I never was like attracted to her at all. Like after that,
I want to be that mature. I want to be that much of an adult. Like,
I'm only gonna go as far as like you allow me to. So like if you be like, yo, like we're good, like I'm not fucking you while I'm in a relationship, cool. If you want me to be your side nigga, bet. Like I will make sure your relationship is successful.
guys are so comfortable becoming like the side dudes.
oh, not me.
Really?
Not you?
No, I'm not built to be a side dude.
I love that
Yo,
position.
I feel like even if you have a roster, like I'm realistic. I know that like I'm not gonna be the only woman. Like I know you're gonna have other, especially if you're really good looking, you're super charming or whatever. Like you're gonna have other women, but don't ever make me feel like I don't hold that number one spot.
No, yeah.
Like always make me feel like I'm priority, even if I'm not.
That's
like,
facts, yo.
Don't ever fucking make me feel that shit. Like you really got other bitches.
That's how many niggas
over
fuck up
me.
cheating. Honestly, they make their main girl feel like they're the side bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
At least make me feel like the number one side bitch. Like, nah.
If you get any piece of advice from this episode, it's like, always make every bitch you got feel like she's the one.
The main one.
Yeah.
The main one. That's it. All right. Icebreaker question number 2. Would you rather your partner be in love with someone else and never do anything about it, or have sex with someone else but they don't have any emotional attachment?
Where are you getting these questions?
I need
Jeez.
you to read that again.
Don't you worry about
This
it.
is a Google search. like
yeah.
the most toxic questions to ask.
Right.
This is like this is like Ask Jeeves or some shit. Jeez, man.
Would you rather?
AI,
So
bro.
old.
There's some AI questions.
Everybody's gonna have an AI friend in about like 5 years.
How do you guys feel about that Snapchat AI?
Wait, hold on. They
love
gotta
it.
answer
Sorry.
this question.
I love it.
Would you rather your partner be in love with someone else but never do anything about it? Never act on
who
it.
doesn't do anything about it? Your
In terms
partner?
Your partner, yeah.
Do
She's
anything
in
like-
love with someone else, but she never does anything about it. She never tells him. She never has sex with him. Nothing. But she's like emotionally in love with someone else.
All right. So it kind of goes back to what we just said earlier. Like, am I feeling it though? Is she making me
Yeah, I
feel
was
like
gonna
I'm
say
not
that.
the number one?
Is she in love with me?
Like, do I know?
Listen, it's a which one? Which one would you rather? We're not
you
gonna
gotta
add.
get- you gotta
We're
add-
not gonna
we
add
need
no
some
extra
parameters
questions.
here. We need some parameters here.
We're not adding any extra shit to the question.
I'm gonna pick the one that she's in love with someone else but never does anything with them.
And the other one is, or have sex with someone else, but
I'm
they
gonna
don't
pick that
have
one.
any emotional attachment.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I'll pick that
You
one.
get fucked by somebody else. That's it.
That's crazy.
I'll pick that one.
That's crazy.
Yes.
So
You know what it? I feel like emotional cheating is worse than
Way
physical
worse.
cheating.
Way
I
worse.
agree.
So if
Emotional-
you're in love with
way
someone
worse.
else but never act on it, that means that you do not love me. You love
you don't
this
fuck with
other
me, like-
person.
hold on. What's today? You guys know the date?
Today is May
May
7th.
7th.
Okay, I'm gonna mark this down as the day I heard one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life.
That's emotional cheating. It's
Oh,
worse.
fuck that. I will take emotional cheating.
It's
Really?
because it's different.
No.
Yo, everyone,
Men and women.
people are emotional cheating on you all the time.
Bro, I would
Physical
rather-
cheating is,
Hell
I'd rather my girl
no.
cheat with me on a nigga that she don't give a
Nah.
fuck about than a nigga that she loved this entire time.
Exactly.
but she don't do nothing with him.
I don't care. Like at the end of the day, like if she loves this nigga, what room do you have for me?
Exactly.
Imagine that your partner, the
She
most
has room in her
vulnerable.
pussy for you.
Yeah,
you still
but
got that,
bro. You're gonna feel it when women love, and when they don't love you, you feel that shit, bro.
I'm up there.
You feel that shit. Like
Nah,
when she's
hell
falling out of
no.
love with you, that shit,
Don't
that love,
emotionally
that
cheat on
affection
me.
is different.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No, that kills me.
Like, I need at least love me. Fuck who you want. Fuck who you want to fuck, because that's crazy.
What?
What if
Love
it's just
me?
one person that she's fucking, but she has no
Fucking
emotional
or
attachment?
fucked. That's two different things.
No, that she's fucking.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But she
Fucking
has
is
no
different.
emotional
Oh,
attachment.
now you feel me.
No,
Now you feel me.
like a slip, like you slipped and fell on some dick. Okay, but like you fucking continuously now, like
Yeah,
now it's not an act. Now it's not an
I'm
accident.
gonna tell you why it's even worse, yo. Because it's like, yo, you're just a whore at that point.
Is my dick not enough?
No. Like you don't even like this nigga. Like you're just fucking him just to hurt me.
Exactly.
Like,
Samantha Jones.
You're just
It's
fucking him for the
human.
sport.
It's human nature. So what do you guys call yourselves when y'all just be fucking? Do y'all call each other whores?
Oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm glad that did,
We could. The problem is we can own up to being hoes.
Yeah.
Women can't own up
y'all
to
get
being hoes.
offended by that. We take it as a compliment. That's the only difference.
Don't generalize.
Right. I'm like, okay. All right. So y'all both say, you say no
No,
emotional
He says
attachment.
he says emotional attachment,
attachment.
no
I-
fucking.
Overall statement: you could I'd rather an emotional cheat than a physical cheat. That's what I'm saying.
She loves somebody else. That means she does not love you.
Okay.
But she's with you.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
Then we just cool. We
Jeez.
friends. We friends that fuck. Then we just friends with benefits.
that's crazy. I couldn't.
Oh, man.
I couldn't do it.
Bro,
This
she
is,
has.
why, this is why people hate
Hold up,
Pisces,
hold
man.
up.
You see? You
Bro,
see?
you're not. She has
Pisces,
other
man. Listening to
sperm in her. Like she's getting
She don't
jizz
have-
on her face,
She don't
man.
have sperm on her mind.
Fuck
She got
is
sperm
okay,
in
but
her.
Nah.
fucking is different.
Bro, you're like kissing her and it's salty. That's what it's from.
What she said? What she called it last time? A white rainfall or white shower?
No, that was some.
Oh, golden shower.
No. A white shower.
The other shit.
Oh, white kiss?
That was a nasty shit.
Some shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
white
she
kiss.
doing.
White kiss.
When we split, when we share a cum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's doing that with him.
Yeah.
You want that?
No, I don't want that. I don't want the thought of
Do you
it.
want that with you? Would you do it?
With my cum?
Like, yeah.
No.
You wouldn't taste it?
No.
It's yours.
Right.
So's my shit, but I wouldn't try that either. Like, what you mean?
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
He went to the extreme. Like,
I
so
kind
that's
of
why
want to
shit-
know. I kind of want to know who, like, what percentage of guys.
Would do
They're
it?
not
doing
gonna. They're not gonna admit to it.
It's anonymous.
No, I think so. I think we're
I've been in conversations with guys, right? A circle of guys, and I have fucked one of them, and he'll be in the circle of guys like, hell no, I won't do that. That shit is gay. And in my mind, I'm like,
Nigga, you gay. Nigga, you
What,
gay.
so
Yeah,
what
okay,
did you
like-
do to that guy?
what didn't I do?
That's crazy.
That's the question. What didn't I do?
Now we like this generation of men and this like time right now is like we're like some of the most open men ever. I feel like we're not like as secretive anymore. I'm not saying all around the board, but I feel like 10 years ago, like a dude like admitting that he gets his ass eaten would be like, yo, you're out of control,
wouldn't
right?
even admit to
this
eating
guy
pussy.
does it every episode.
The way
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Yo, were
He
you
brings it up
expecting that?
every episode. Like every episode,
doesn't
he's like,
want you to
"Oh, you
forget
don't
it."
like your ass ate?" He does. Why is that? Why does that have to be?
is that
Yeah, because
Yo, but I say that like,
you need to change that, Bobby.
No.
that's crazy.
But I would say that. But I said no. I really said
crazy.
I said. But I
He be
say
your
that.
own man's, yo.
But I say that. Well, first of all, I'm trying to put that out there for you, so get more asses for you. But you're welcome. By the way,
Fuck it, bro.
but I really on some real shit. I really commend like that shit because like yo, you're that comfortable in your masculinity, and I feel like 10 years ago, right? Like most dudes, even if they enjoy that shit, they wouldn't be open about it. So like, I feel like most guys, if they're into that white kiss shit, I think like if they're really into it, I think they're not even gonna be like bat an eye of talking about it.
I don't even think it's a sense of comfortability or masculinity. I think it's just a lot of
Comfort.
men don't know themselves. You know, like they try to front for someone else. Like they're a different
Yeah.
person when they're with you, and a different person when they're with the girl, and then a different person when they're by themselves. You know, like
Yeah.
I feel like when you're comfortable with who you are, it is what it is. Like
True.
you know,
Yeah, I agree.
nobody could talk shit about you. Nobody could degrade you. None of that shit.
Yeah, and especially like if you're open about it, it's like nobody. it's like nobody can even beat you to like say some shit. You know what I mean?
I put it out.
It's kind of like the 8 Mile. Like you just put it out there. No one can say anything back to you. Like,
exactly.
I already said everything.
Exactly.
All right. This is the third and final icebreaker question.
Long ass icebreakers.
I knew that we were gonna get into it with each one. I'm like, each one's gonna be like 10 minutes. All right. So the last one. What's your biggest turn off about the opposite sex?
This is actually your most like mild manner.
I mean, I figure out into like smooth.
I would say lying.
Lying.
That's the biggest turn off. Like I hate liars.
Yeah.
You got anything else? I feel like that's kind of like a
No, honestly, to be keep it a buck. Like I'm pretty. We talk about this. Like I'm pretty okay with almost everything. Like I'm accepting of a lot, but one thing I just cannot.
But in a relationship, not just like somebody you fucking with. Like, are you accepting when you're in a relationship?
Yeah, like there's not.
Yeah, I would. Some of the shit that like he tells me sometimes that he's cool with. I'm like, yo, what? Like what?
He said you don't love your girl, bro. Like it's
even though one of our episodes, he talked about like, yo, I'm okay. He said this out loud to the world.
Out loud.
And he's about to say it out loud to the world again.
But he's like, he said like, I'm okay with my girl checking out other men while we're out.
It's cool.
He's very secure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, you're coming home to fuck me. Like, why would I be upset about that?
Yeah. It only like, it turns us on more. Mm-hmm. That you're so secure and confident. Secure.
That's a fact.
I mean,
because it's gonna be a quick glance and then it's gonna be full focus on you.
Let me tell you something.
Are you reading my mind? Are you reading my mind right now?
I can't.
He's gonna disagree.
I was a very like jealous and crazy ass girlfriend in my first relationship. Like I would be mad about him checking out other women, like shit like that.
Right.
That shit does not faze me now. It doesn't bother me. Like you have to choose, pick and choose your battles. Like,
the difference for me is like, I know that she'll do it. Like I know that, right? Don't do that shit in front of me. That's my thing.
I feel like she does it in front of you, then she's not hiding it. Like it's different. Like I feel like it's worse to like for her to do it behind your back when you're not around. Like if she's doing it in front of your face, then like I know for a fact.
There's a real sense of security.
Like I told you, like there was one time.
I don't take it like that,
bro. There was one time, right?
I went to mad sneaky fucking with him. Like can't do nothing.
It was one time, like I was at a pool party, right? Like it was like a work pool party, and like there was a girl there, bad as fuck, like super bad. But she had on like this, it was like this sundress that was like see through, right? And yeah, it was nice, bro. Like real nice. It was real nice. So like later in the day, like a lot of people were having like side conversations about like what she was wearing and was like talking shit about her. It was like, why would she wear that to this type of function? There's kids here, blah blah blah. And my ex at the time was like, why are you guys so upset about it? Like I've seen my boyfriend wearing or looking at her multiple times throughout the day. Like I don't give a fuck. I've been looking at some other people too, and I'm like, I'm sitting right next to her. I don't give a fuck. Like I know there were niggas there that look way better than me. Like I'm not gonna be. I feel like at the end of the day, like we had this conversation before. Like it's very slim for you to be like your girl's best body type. You have all the features that she wants, have the personality that she wants, have everything. But at the end of the day, like if I won you over, like you're mine. Like my only issue is like if you act on it. If you act on it, then we got a problem.
Yo, that's cool, bro. I respect that.
He's like, that's not fun.
But that's like, I feel like, if we go out and I like see you blatantly check a nigga out, like, oh, you think I'm a bitch? Like, that's how I look at it. Like,
we are so possessive.
Like, when an ass walk by, I'm checking that shit out. Like,
but see, I wouldn't even do that. Like, if me and my girl are out and I see like the baddest thing ever, like I'm gonna go out of my way to not look in that direction.
You know why? Because you guys are so subtle with it. You guys would just be like, wait for her to pass by. She'll be mad deep, and then you be like, you turn your head and you take a look.
Nah, I'm gonna look.
Still looking. I'm not trying to hear that you don't be looking.
No, but my thing is like, just don't make it obvious. Like, don't break your neck. Like I understand that you're gonna look. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't want to. I don't want to feel it. I think my goal when I'm with my girl is to make her feel like she's the most beautiful woman. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So like, if I'm checking,
you expect that in return.
Yeah. So like, don't be out here like drooling over the niggas. If you out with your girls and doing what y'all doing, whole shit, right? That's what y'all do.
That's
y'all
not what we always do, but what continue.
She said not always. See,
but bro, I feel like
we're single. We can say that.
No, I'm just saying. But I feel like when she's out with her friends, I already know what you like. When I'm out with my guys, like we know what we talk about. We know what we look at. Mm-hmm. But I don't have those conversations with my girl. Like that's just me.
I guess it's crazy. It's the opposite for me. Like, yo, for me to make my girl feel like she's the most beautiful girl, like that's an ideal thing for her to feel. But like, yo, there's gonna be more beautiful women out there. Like, and she knows that. I want us to be at a place of comfortability where like we could talk about that shit. I know there's gonna be niggas out there that look better than me, more fit than me. Yeah. Let's have a conversation about that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, like, okay, your sexy man of your dreams walk by. Cool. Like, you're still coming home with me at the end of the day.
Like, yo, there's like there's this TikTok page, right, that I see every now and then where it's like this really like good looking dude, right? Like he's like tall, light skinned dude, right? Like he's always walking, and then he has this boy behind him, like recording. And they're always catching women like breaking their fucking necks. Like, so the guy would be like 20 feet ahead of his friend. So he'll walk by and women be like drooling.
Wait
right?
for him to get by and then like.
Yo, I literally said, yo, if I ever see my girl in one of the videos, like it's a wrap.
Oh
like,
my God.
We're done. Like,
I want to look for him now.
Yo, send me that page for real.
If I find out, I'm gonna send it to you.
He usually goes to
I might
like,
be on there.
he
He
goes
be
to like different islands.
he be in Miami or some shit like that.
He
but-
goes to like different Costa Rica, like all different islands.
Now I be mad soda with good looking men. Like I won't.
No,
break
I'm
my
telling you,
neck
like,
that.
yo, like, what, like the videos, like, they be catching these women, like, looking crazy.
Yeah.
They'll be, like, texting them, yo, you see that shit? Like,
And then men
That's
know
how
that,
y'all
and they're used to
sound.
that, especially when they know they look good and they just like they got it like that.
I mean, because it's
You
hard
gotta
out
be
here
mean
for a
to a
guy.
man like that. That's
Like-
what'll get them.
It's hard out here for a guy. Like, we don't get that type of attention on a regular. Like, you guys get. You know, like you can walk down the street, you get catcalled. Niggas don't get catcalled like that.
I don't know because
Yo.
women nowadays they horny as hell. So
like, yo,
they definitely be out
speaking of,
there.
like checking out other women.
Yeah.
So it's funny, right? Like, so the other day, me and my girl go out. And there's this girl out, like, she's there, like, while we're out. I peeped it, right? Like, I'm like, I see it. She's got some real scandalous shit on. Like, yo, I mean, a lot of you, it was to the point where I'm like, yo, where do you think you are? Like,
Why would you wear this to this establishment?
nah, bro,
Where were you guys out at a bar or something?
nah,
or?
like, it's like a restaurant type shit. It's like a little spot, but got mad restaurants in it, right?
Okay.
But I'm like, all right, I could appreciate like what you're doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a guy, like, you got your tits out there. Like, yo, she had like a tank top type of shit, stomach all out, like some
Titties
like
sitting
what?
or nah? Her titties was sitting or nah?
Ish.
They were
They're sitting ish.
Okay.
I mean, they got some miles on
They
them.
were kneeling.
Yeah, they got some miles. Yo, she had
some miles.
some sweatpants, but they're like some like nicer sweat. Like there was like, yo, I had a white thong like out. Like it was just, it was wild, right? Like I'm like, but like if
You know
me
what
like
that
if
sounds
it was
like? Remember in the early 2000s when that was the style that your thong had to show?
Yeah.
essentially,
yeah.
like yo, if it was me and you out, it'd be like that'd be like a conversation, right?
Right.
But I peeped that shit, right? And I'm like, all right, like I don't even want to like.
I'm gonna look the opposite
Nah, for real, 'cause
direction.
I'm like, yo, I don't even want my, like, I don't even
No
want this
smoke.
issue,
You're right.
like, right? But it's funny because my girl ended up bringing that shit up to me, like, yo, like, what's this bitch got? I'm like, girl, I don't even know.
You see that shit?
Like turn into Wendy Williams real quick.
But see, like, at that point, you gotta play it off like you know, like now I got like the green light to look like, man, look at that titties all out, it's disgusting.
Disgusting. But you looking at it, but you acting like you looking at it so shit about
but she
it.
gave me the green light. But like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for me personally, like, yo, I'm not gonna try to like check out other women in front of you, like, obviously. And like, I hope you don't do the same. That's for me.
Obviously, there's a way to do it. Like, I wouldn't be disrespectful about it. Like, I'm not gonna be like, damn, she got a fat ass, you know. But like,
I don't know.
That's
My
up to
husband
you.
and I used to check people out together.
Yeah, I used to check out women with my ex too all the
I
time.
used to be
That's what I'm
like, yo, look at the ass. Yo, we
My
went on a
second
trip.
ex, not my first ex. I wouldn't even want. Yo, we used to get into so many fights because
Let
we
me
used to
tell
look at
you,
women.
we went
Really?
to Mexico and we stayed in one of these places where you got like a whole villa to yourself or whatever. We met this couple by the pool. So we're all like taking shots or whatever. I had already been eyeing the girl because shorty was bad. And I was like, and then I tell him and I'm like, yo, babe, you think she's a video hoe? And immediately that's where we went to.
Like a video vixen type
Yeah,
shit?
yeah. He's like, I don't know, maybe or whatever. She looked like Moana, but with a humongous ass.
Like the Disney princess.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
With a-
Sexualizing poor Moana.
I know. Well, okay, she had a Hawaiian look to her.
Samoan look.
Yes. Whatever. So we ended up meeting up with them or whatever. And I was so ready to be like, I think we should swing.
Did ya?
No.
What stopped you?
David didn't want to ask
So why didn't you ask?
because I didn't want to make him feel uncomfortable.
I feel like women are more comfortable with are accepting of like other women going up to them in comparison to guys.
Yeah, as compared to guys.
But the thing is that I feel like he changed his mind. I think he changed his mind, and that's why he didn't do it.
Was he intimidated about how good looking she was?
Maybe.
Or by the guy, because then you would have to fuck the guy.
Oh man.
Well, no, but the guy.
Let me guess. You're not into that.
Guy look like he got a bigger dick than me.
Nah.
I don't remember what the husband looked like because my entire focus was on her. I wanted to fuck her. I didn't care about the husband. I wanted her.
But you gotta. The husband is part of the package,
right? Exactly. So it's like gotta.
I'm fine with swinging as long as it's a lesbian couple. Like.
What if it's a lesbian couple, but one of them is like masculine, you know,
a stud,
like a stud?
She can fuck too.
Studs.
Would you fuck a stud?
Yeah, I fucked this up before.
You have?
Yeah,
I got to fuck Queen Latifah.
You fuck Queen Latifah?
Yeah, like Queen
Latifah's very pretty though. She's beautiful.
Yeah,
I think she is.
Honestly,
it's a good stud.
Yeah,
I would say the stud was pretty up there. Her shit was definitely fire.
Like pussy.
I don't like studs. The only stud I would fuck is Young and Me.
Her body was so off everything. Like,
I like studs. Love me some studs.
Nah, I don't.
She like a dude to me, Young and May.
She's the only one, yo. She's the only
I could see her appeal to women though. I could see why women would find her sexy.
Yeah, I think I'm like, damn, she was really born to like be a man. I don't know the way everything, the way she moves, her body language, everything is very masculine.
You seen what she's looking like now?
I know.
I haven't.
She look like she's sick.
Yeah.
I think she had like some liver issues.
Yeah,
she was drinking too much like since like early age. She looked. I mean, I'm not gonna say like she looked crazy, but she just like I think she had like jaundice. She looked like she was sick. Yo, it was like sad to see.
I know. I was like, oh, poor baby, poor Young and Me.
I got a question though.
Be her nurse?
No,
not you, huh?
He want to be Queen Latifah's nurse.
I got a question for you though. You said you were okay with your first boyfriend looking at other girls, but not your second. Like what?
No, my second, yes. My first one, no.
Okay, so I mean, that's growth. I'm assuming that, right? Like,
yeah,
okay.
for sure.
Okay.
I was young. That was my first relationship. He was much older than I was. He was already experiencing like the whole relationship, and yeah, I was just like, I was super possessive. Like,
yeah,
no, you can't look at that woman. You can't.
I feel like it's unrealistic. Like, it's unrealistic
for sure. And you only learn that with time and just like experience in relationships. Like, you can't really possess anyone. You can't make anyone do anything. Like,
so are you at the point now where like social media doesn't bother you either? Like, you know how like
nope.
Like he can like whatever picture, comment on whatever
picture. Okay. Yeah. I feel like those are all little minuscule things because just because I was with somebody for 8 years and my second relationship was 5 years, like there's so many other like trials and tribulations you're gonna go through in a relationship that all those things are so minor. Yeah, so minuscule. Like, bro, we're gonna go through mad shit together. Like, you liking a woman's picture and you're a good man to me. You take care home, your provider. Like, all that shit is like, I can't fight with you.
I mean, that's the same way I feel about man cheating. He does what he needs to do.
That's what you feel about cheating?
Let him cheat.
I don't know.
It's supposed to little pussy.
I'm okay with like open relationships and shit like that. So
I mean, is it really cheating if you know about it though?
It's not cheating if you know about it. If I know about it, I would never count it like, oh, you're cheating on me because I'm aware of it.
I thought you were about to say something. Wow, go ahead. But you need to what?
No, but I need to be like in the know of everything that's going on.
I thought you thought she was about to say she need to do it too.
Like, I gotta be fucking ugly. Yeah. Yo, so could you be in an open relationship? This goes for both of y'all. But it's really just open for him. Like, he can fuck other women, but you can't fuck other dudes.
No.
Why not?
One thing I will say though.
That's crazy.
One thing I will say though is that there's a high possibility that I won't fuck another guy. But you can't tell me like you can't fuck another guy. You have to leave the option there, but I won't exercise that option, if that makes sense.
Nah, you can't fuck another guy. Like, that's point blank.
You understand what I'm saying?
Point blank.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I probably won't, especially like if we have great sexual. Like, I will probably fuck another woman on the side and fuck another woman with you. But don't ever tell me like, yo, you can't fuck another guy. Just leave it up to me to not do it. And there's a high possibility that I won't do it.
High is not high enough.
It's also
high is not high enough as no.
No, for real. There's a high possibility I won't. But it's mostly also because I have like I don't know, like I hate following rules and regulations. I'm a rebel. So I'm like, don't tell me what to do. Just let me decide that I'm not going to do it.
Like, well, now I'm going to fuck another nigga just because you told me not to.
No, not even that. But it's just like,
that would be crazy.
It'll be ideal for you to like not tell me not to do it. Like, it's just like a closed relationship. Like, you could tell the person, yo, I want you to be faithful and loyal. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I'm not going to do it either way, but it's just like I like the idea of having the option that I can. I don't know. Makes sense to me. I get it.
It don't make sense.
No,
to me.
I get the point you're trying to make, but like to me,
You
it's
just
like,
not with it.
but it's like
He got to rebuttal everything I say.
yo, honestly, I don't know. Maybe I'm possessive, insecure, but it's just like, yo, I just don't want to feel like, I just don't want to feel no type.
I don't
of
want
issue.
another dick near you.
Yeah, like exactly. Like I don't want you dreaming about the dick.
Nah, I
want
do feel you though, because I have a lot of like possessiveness to me too. Like dead ass, it's real toxic.
Right.
If I tell y'all some of this shit that I'd be like, I'm not okay with, but
ahead.
I have to. No. But I have to like when
some
you in a
of it.
relationship, you kind of have to like compromise too. Like I can't. Again, I'm learning that like it's not healthy in a relationship to be that level of like possessive. You can't possess people. People gonna want to do what they want to do regardless of what you feel about it. So
honestly, I feel like I'm just too far in. Like, nah, for
You
real.
too
Like,
deep. You in
I'm
too
just too
deep.
deep into these ways. You feel me? Like, maybe I don't know if I grew up in a different way or some shit, like more liberal. Like, I don't even know how I got to where I am because it's not like
This is just who I am. Okay,
Nah,
we gotta have another episode with the intervention.
Yo, because it's not like my parents ever like set these boundaries up from like, yo, like this is how a relationship be, type shit, right? But this is just like,
It's just
So
who
you
you
pick
are
up on little things from their relationship as you grow up.
subconsciously.
Yeah,
True,
you
true.
do. Because it's what you're exposed to.
And then, you know what it is too. Now that we do say that, I grew up with like my stepdad was super possessive of my mom. Like, yo, no, not even another. My mom can't have no guy friends. Like, no guy can even look at my mom without
be
my
honest with you,
stepdad wanting to flip.
this guy friend shit is kind of like a part of our generation. Like, I don't think like this was like prior to us, like our parents type shit. Like, they wasn't chilling with niggas. Like, hey, I'm about to go out with Bob tonight. Like you about to go out with who? Oh, you want to die? Like, I didn't know you wanted that for yourself. My bad.
I know you was ready to
Yeah.
I know today was the day that you want to not exist anymore.
Like I can't even imagine my mom coming to my dad, but hey, I'm about to go out with like one of my guy friends. Like my dad.
That wasn't.
Yeah, no, that was.
Your dad don't even like the smell of weed.
But they
I
always,
can't
but
imagine.
it's
that.
depending on like how you grew up too. They made it seem like men and women couldn't be friends. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that
True.
I kind of grew up in that too, where like if I had a guy friend, you know, they will automatically think that like, oh, he likes you, or you're doing something bad. Like they kind of parents just kind of plant that seed in your brain too, like before you even know that it's a thought. Yeah, refill over here too.
got the bartender.
Let's go.
You know, actually, somebody famous that said that, Steve Harvey.
What he's at?
He said like that. No, I think he said something, he has no female friends because like there's no
I saw
no
that.
purpose of it or something like that. You know what I mean? But I also think Steve Harvey's like so full of shit when it comes to relationships. Like this guy's.
Why do you say that? That's
He's like on his like 6th fucking marriage and is always trying to tell us how to like.
but he's growing. Maybe
What?
that's
This is the one that's
growth.
lasted the longest.
Bro, you're at you like.
He got
When you- yo-
Lori Harvey's mom got him to change his ways.
Yo, when you're like in your 60s and like it's like all right, it's enough growing. You either figured it out, or you have it. You know what I mean? Like, I mean,
That's such bullshit, to be honest with him. I hate it.
Growth is growth is very
You know,
linear.
because he
Like
puts a
it's
battery.
never like
he,
an ending.
he gives women like a false imagination of what reality is.
A delusion.
Right.
I agree.
and it's bad enough we're always like in a delusional
Right.
cloud.
But the ones that are really, really delusional that go on his show and ask questions, and I just sit there like, I think he gives them good advice. Like when
Some of the advice up
when
there
he
is
says
pretty
some
good.
shit like you need to let him go or go whatever. Like I think that's good.
yo, he seems to me like the type of guy like that's just like against men.
Like
he's
what's
just
that guy? What's that
He
other
panders
guy?
to women.
Derek Jackson.
Derek Jackson. He's a Derek
that,
Jackson.
exactly. Like
person.
he's just like pandering to women. Like I feel like he's like I'm willing to bet money Steve Harvey has a side bitch. Like
Come on, of
for real.
course.
Like
And I'm
exactly.
sure she
But I'm saying, but like
knows.
yo, all
But
right.
as long as it's
But
quiet,
you- yeah, but you-
probably signed an NDA.
But you're saying, of course, right? But then it's like, yo, how you doing all that shit, or potentially doing all that shit, and you out here like giving advice on relationships? Like, yo, just keep your mouth shut.
Right.
because him
That's
actually
what's
being
making him money.
Exactly.
Nah,
he's
true,
gonna
true,
he's gonna
true. I
you
get
know.
that. Yeah,
this
that's
the
a fact.
money.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Do you think
Women,
that now
I feel
women
like-
asking for? Do you think that women nowadays asking for monogamy is just too much? Like
Crazy.
that's too much of a high standard
It's crazy.
for women to have or a high expectation? I feel like it is.
I mean, I think it's been the norm for so long, so I don't think it's like nothing new. But I think you brought up a good point earlier, right? You gotta know who you're dating, and it's like, yo, if you're with a guy that is essentially high value, right? Like you're with a very good looking man, like very well spoken, dressed as well, good job. It's like him being in a relationship's like very limiting to himself. Unless he's just really like one of those type of guys, which that type of guy is typically not like, he's not really in it for monogamy, right? But like, you know, you date people and you fall in love and shit happens and you have to like, you know, bend to their rules and stuff like that. But I feel like it's a bit unrealistic for a woman to date like one of those top guys and think that he's gonna be 100% faithful.
I think it's feminism. Like they're pushing for equality and in a totality sense, where they want to have women and men like on equal playing fields. And I feel like yes, we are equal in terms of humans and human rights and shit like that. But in the spectrum of like dating, no, like I feel like men have always had multiple women, like, and
the beginning of time,
right? And to put that pressure on a man to say like, no, it's not okay for you to want multiple women and demonize that, I don't think that's acceptable. You know, I feel like it's almost, and to give you guys, like I said, a false sense of hope. You know, that men are to be monogamous, and I mean, some guys want that. You know, some guys are gonna be with one woman and be with that woman straight through, but then there are some other guys that don't. Yeah. That can't actually, like, you know.
So
like,
you guys do believe that there are men that are monogamous and are faithful and don't cheat.
Right, so I mean, like personally,
so
like,
if men are wired that way to have multiple women, why are those men not extreming their rights of like being with multiple women?
It's experience, honestly, because like for me personally, like growing up, like I grew up really religious, like extreme religion, right?
Was it a cult?
Damn near, damn near, right?
Actually, I remember when I first met you, like you couldn't go out Friday nights.
Couldn't go out Friday nights. Couldn't drink. Couldn't smoke.
Each other?
Like 7 years.
7 years, something like that.
Yeah. So all right. So I grew up really religious, right? And then like my entire youth, like I knew that like I've never cheated on anyone. I've never done anything like mess with multiple people. I thought I was gonna be with one person. Never understood cheating. And then one day I had a conversation with one of my date homegirls, and she was like, "When you get older, you'll understand, right?" So, fuck out of here. I won't understand that shit. Ended up breaking up with like one of my exes and went crazy. Like I'm talking about like my whole phase was like that wasn't even a phase, right? And then it got to the point where I was like, I got the taste of what it's like to be like that. And I was like, I don't know if it's possible for me to like, you know, be monogamous anymore.
Go back.
You're right. Yeah.
Yo, do you think if you never went through that phase, it would have been easier for you?
1,000%, because I never experienced it, you know? So I'm thinking like, okay, like I've never cheated. I've only been with one girl. Who I hear like I'm juggling multiple women and like enjoying the thrill behind it, you know? And it's like, I'd never, like, it was so many times in my previous relationship where like, I literally had to fight back myself from like cheating and was unsuccessful, which is why I'm saying.
You know what you're like describing is like I think is that the Mormons do it like when they do Rumspringa. It's like like Mormons grow up real strict, right? But when they turn like 16, like they pretty much get like 100% freedom, like to do drugs, do all this shit.
Damn, really?
Yeah. So you look it up. It's called Rumspringa. I'm not sure if it's the Mormons or I'm thinking about, but the thing's called Rumspringa. But like, and it's just like, it's a cultural thing. Like after a certain, I think at the age of 16 or 18, you're just allowed to do everything and anything you want.
Yeah.
Get it out your system.
Essentially, right? Because it's kind of like a test of faith, right? They'll let you do it for like a year or two, and then like after that, like you're expected to
come back.
Yeah. It's like to see if like, you know, you can really experience it and still like be true to your faith and religion.
I mean, but like I said, I think it's a lack of experience. You know, like some guys, like they meet their high school sweetheart, marry them, never look at another woman, and then they go throughout life like that. But then you expect like men that have been single for a while to like fall under the parameters of that. That's insane. You know, like I've already had a taste of what the other side is like. So for me to be monogamous for the rest of my life, like it's impossible. And like once again, me being like an open person, like I think it's crazy for me to think that my girl will be like monogamous to me for like the rest of her life. Like, you know, like I would love for it to happen. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not.
So you're expecting your girl to cheat?
1,000%. Like at some point in a relationship, at some time, she's gonna do like something. It may not be actually like sucking another dude's dick, but like it could be conversation. Like
I know another guy that has the same. Like he says the same thing. We talk all the time, and he says the same exact thing. He's like, it's unrealistic for me to think that my girl would never
do it, bro.
Another,
40, 50 years, never.
You know
never
who
do
said
anything.
that shit was Kevin. Kevin Tex.
Yeah. That too.
When he was on you guys, when he was on you guys
He's
show,
coming.
right?
Yeah.
He's coming on our show too.
Oh,
you guys talked to him?
Yeah, at the end of the month.
Oh,
I might pop out for that if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's supposed to come on here.
But Yeah, so like
y'all welcome.
It's unrealistic for me to like ever think that like she would never do anything, you know, like, and the young me would have looked at myself and be like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? But like, it's just expected, you know, like I honestly like I cannot sit here and say like I could be with somebody for the rest of my life and never get bored of them. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think it all comes down to self
I think that
control.
you can get bored. I feel like boredom is normal and it's part of it. So as the only one who's been married and, you know.
I'm married.
Well,
Oh, my bad.
she just
I didn't know
excluded,
you were married.
she excluded your marriage.
You kept saying girlfriend.
I be always, I don't say girlfriend.
he's like Latino.
I
Like
say
you
girl.
be with each other for like 4 years.
My
Like,
novio.
I said my girl. I don't know. I be like my girl just sounds better to me. Like,
Okay,
it's like,
whatever. All right,
Oh,
fine.
mine.
So-
Are we playing semantics?
My wife.
wife.
Anyway, so I feel like boredom is normal.
Yeah.
I feel like getting sick of each other after a while is normal. I think that all those little things are normal, but it's up to both of you to kind of remind each other of why you fell in love in the first place.
I mean, did you guys? Yeah, but you guys fucked other people, right?
What do you mean?
Like you and your ex-husband.
Oh, together? Yeah.
That's my point exactly.
Yeah, like yeah.
Yeah, but how far into the relationship did you guys get into that? Like it was
It was years in.
Yeah,
It was
but that's what I'm
years in.
saying.
But the
Like-
thing is, even though we did that, he was still a piece of shit. He still cheated.
I mean, but that's a
See,
different
that's
story.
another
though.
thing too. Like you can
So
still
it's
be
just
like that, and you can
that
still.
was the
Yo,
expectation.
I'm be with you, yo. I know, like if me and my girl got into like some type of like
Open relationship on your side.
open relationship, like that'd be like open the floodgates for me. Like I'd go sick. Yo, it'd be crazy. I wouldn't even have the permission. I'd still do shady shit.
You see what I'm saying? Like
Taking advantage. This
But you
is
know
why
what's
you
cra-
guys can't be given
But
like
Exactly.
100%.
But why would you go
Exactly.
crazy though? Is it because you feel like your girl would only want? Like I feel like women are only okay with polygamy when they're chaperoning it. Like they have to be in the room. They have to facilitate the entire encounter. Like it's not like
I don't
can
feel
go
like that. I just like I
Yeah,
said,
I
I
don't
have to
feel
be
like
in
that.
the. I have to be in the know. Like I
Right,
have to.
like,
know
I
that-
wanna
that-
know.
But you don't have to like.
You have to be-
in there.
No, I don't have to be.
Wait,
I don't
so-
have to be there, but I have to know that like
You have to be in
what's
the know of the
happening.
person, or you have to be in know of that it's
I have to be
happening
in
in
know
general.
of everything.
So each and every encounter, like I gotta come to you and tell you.
Yes, you have to tell me.
Like yo,
Yes.
like if I'm leaving the house, like, yo, I'm about to go fuck. What's your name?
Yes.
Oh, okay, go have fun. Like
Yes, I need to know. Yes.
Right.
Let me know how it is.
yeah.
Yes, I need to know. And
What
if you even better if you tell me how it is. Like I'm all with like listening to the
What if you
details.
describe him that shit like, and he's described in a way he's never described your sex before? Like babe, this bitch pussy is
Yes.
fire. Like,
I love that shit.
oh, where?
Then
Yeah.
she's gonna be like, okay, next time I'll go too.
Yeah, because that's gonna make me want to like give it to you now even better. Like
Okay.
Step your game up. I think
Exactly.
that's what we need.
yeah.
That's what the fuck we need in relationships these days. I feel like relationships are being fucking complacent on the female side.
Yeah. I want to hear like all the details.
I mean, like,
I don't want to hear details. I do. I don't want to hear
I
details.
saw her over there being
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
yeah.
Like she was looking away. She was like, I don't know.
I don't want to know details.
I do.
I really don't want to know details, but I do want to be aware that it's happening.
The ribs on the inside of her
And
pussy
not
that was like so
because-
phenomenal,
and
bro.
No, and not
Not
because
that
I'm gonna
detailed,
go
like-
out and do the same. It's just because I want to know.
The viscosity of her wetness.
Oh, no, I don't need to know all of that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know the details,
grit
but I do want to know that it's
tightness.
happening. Like I want to get a phone call, like, "Hey, I'm gonna be late today because I'm gonna go see Casey or whoever the fuck."
That was a very random, very specific name, like Casey.
I just
thought that same
let me-
shit, yo.
No, but let
Who
me
the
tell
fuck?
you
Who's
why.
Casey?
like, damn, she
Who is
was
Casey?
Karen Casey
Or
is. Shout out to
Susan.
Casey. Casey is one of the other moms that I met at the Girl Scout camping.
Oh,
And
okay.
she lives the next town over, and we exchanged numbers. So
Oh, okay.
we're gonna hang.
Is she a possible potential for you?
No, not at all.
No.
Jesus Christ.
No, we're
We'll
just
see if
gonna.
she-
We're
Listen,
just
just
gonna.
because you like women doesn't mean you'll fuck any woman.
We'll see if she
like,
beats the
Right.
odds.
No, fuck.
I mean, she didn't plan on fucking a plumber guy situation, but
He
that
wasn't
that
a plumber.
The plumber
He was
guy,
a
the guy that knew the
Uber
plumber,
guy.
the guy that knew the plumber.
Let it go. I already forgot about it. Let it
Make
go.
like Elsa and let it go.
I didn't forget.
Go.
I didn't forget.
I feel like yo,
I didn't.
Wait, I have a question for you. Like, is your girlfriend just as possessive as you are?
my wife.
Yes.
What do you want me to call you? Wife or your girlfriend? Like,
I don't use the word girlfriend. That's teenagers to me. But
your wife. Is she as possessive as you are?
Yeah,
Yeah? You said she's a Pisces too, right?
She is.
Yeah, see. Jesus. Yup, crazy.
Yo, but I don't mind our relationship. Like, it's not an issue. Like, to me, like I guess the possessiveness. Like,
Yeah, because you're just the same.
yeah, I guess so.
It's a turn on to us. Like,
I think it's like
That shit is a
I don't
turn-on.
know. To me, it's like a respect thing. Like, but yo,
it's a very thin line
I have
between
said like, yo,
possessiveness and respect.
I have said like, yo, once I become a millionaire, like I'm cheating. Like that's in the cards. I feel like I've earned it.
Earned it.
I mean, I won't even say it's cheating because it's like then it'll be known, right? So it's not really cheating if it's known, like y'all said.
But she's gonna have access to like now these high value men, quote
No,
unquote.
I'm becoming a millionaire. I ain't say she is. I mean, that's a difference. If she make her own million,
Your money is my money too, honey. Don't get it twisted. You become a millionaire, we're millionaires now.
This is crazy.
I don't subscribe to that part.
Where
That's
did that happen?
crazy.
What?
That's
Married.
Where was that?
Well,
written?
if you're
What?
married,
Once you're married, yes.
you can't sign a prenup after you get married.
Nah, that's true.
So she married you poor, and now if you
I ain't
get
never been
rich,
poor. I ain't never been
That's why you
poor.
gotta sign a
No, I'm
prenup
just
beforehand,
saying, you know?
before you get married.
Nah,
what? Just
Alright,
in
I mean,
case if I
alright,
ever
Just
hit,
in case, if
Let me-
I
like
ever,
if I ever
let
become
me-
a millionaire, she's not entitled
That's
to have
the fine print.
all right. When
Just in
so
case.
when you were married, were your finances together?
Yes.
Oh, really? I feel like the most married couples now don't have separate finances.
No.
don't have or
everything-
have.
Have
Everything was always
most of
together.
them, a lot of the married people I know, like they all have like their own like they have like a shared thing, but they still have like their separate
Separate
bank.
accounts.
Yeah.
Nah, we joined everything.
Yeah.
Everything was joined.
Would you join?
We did everything
No,
together.
absolutely not.
I used to take care of the bills.
Hell no. Like I would have to have my account. She has her account. We have a joint account where like the bills and everything else comes out of.
How about you?
Now your money is my money and my money is my money.
Okay, there you go.
Well, won't be marrying her.
So would you share a bank
Marry
account?
her. I'm married her in a
As well.
heartbeat.
What?
With my
Everything
auntie
else I'm
did.
fine with.
We
but
weren't
that,
married.
Well, you did it with a boyfriend?
We did.
Damn. Why?
Yeah, he didn't have a problem with it.
Who suggested?
Huh?
You suggested it?
He did. I was like, all right.
Well, did you make more than him?
No, he made more than me. Hell's yeah. For sure. I'm like, he made more than me. He just wasn't like that. Like I feel like that's why when I hear all these questions like 50-50 and all that, I'm like, yo, we've never like as far as like the financial aspect of the relationship, we never had issues with that. Like it was never like I pay this or you pay this. It was just more like we sat down, we moved in together. It's like, all right, I'm gonna take care of this, and then you take care of, and it never became an issue.
So yo, when y'all split, how did y'all like separate that money in that account? The 50-50 then?
No, it was more. Yeah, I took what was mine. Like we went through it, and then like I moved out. We were like at that stage where it was like it wasn't that great, so we were fighting about who was gonna stay for the apartment because we both moved into the apartment together, and it was both our money. But then it was like it became so toxic that I was like, no, just stay here. Like I'm gonna be the one to move out. And
Okay.
I just ended up moving out. Yeah, but it wasn't like it wasn't a big issue. So thank God, because it's definitely not one of the things I want to be fighting about finances. All right, so wait, hold on a second. Let me rewind real quick because it just hit me and I had it written down as one of the
Okay.
last things for us to discuss.
Okay.
So when we posted the clip when we were talking about sharing nudes in the girls group chat,
Ooh, okay.
I
I'm
feel
glad
like,
you brought this up.
I feel like you guys had questions about it, or you guys want to rebuttal what we were saying.
All right, so
As
He
far
asked
as-
me,
So, all right,
would I be okay with my guy?
So all right, so
sharing my
for
nudes.
some background story, they pretty much said like when they get a dick pic, they're sharing it to the group text, right? Like
That's crazy.
what, right? Which is like okay. My thing is like
Like showing.
like men get called like almost like I want to say rapists,
Sure.
right? For like showing. No, I've literally
No,
I've
he's
seen this.
right, though. I see
I've
where
seen
he's
women
going.
like call other like men rapists for sharing their news without their consent, like to their friends, right? So now like most dudes they're not like.
Hold on, bro. I got called a rapist for a girl sending me nudes and me holding on to the nudes.
Oh yeah.
Because you saved the nudes.
I just don't delete nudes.
Why?
Like, I just put them in a draft,
It's like
and then
Pokemon.
they
It's like
just leave
Pokemon
it.
cards.
Just
You're
collect
collecting them.
I do too, honestly. I'm
she
not
texted
gonna
me like
lie.
5 years later and was like, "Do you still have my nudes?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah. Like I still have everyone's nudes." Like
Why would you be honest about that? It's like no.
I'm not. It's not a lie. That's just something I don't do.
You know
Like,
what that does to our ego? Like you still have our nudes.
Yeah, like I still have your nudes. So then she was like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Cause you sent them to me." So then she was like,
I
"Yeah,
wouldn't ask.
but you're not my
Once they're
boyfriend
gone-
anymore." Well, I wasn't your.
Once they're gone, I
She
don't
was like, "Well,
expect
you're not
them
my
to-
boyfriend, right?" I was like, "I never was your boyfriend." So like, so then she was like,
Burn.
"I want you to delete them," and I'm like, "No, like for what? Like You sent them to me. They're sitting there. It's not like I'm sitting there fucking beating my dick every night.
You got them in
like,
cold storage.
Honestly, I can't remember the last time I looked at them shits. But now, like, they're not fucking getting deleted.
So what's the point of having them?
Just to have them.
I expect for my guy to keep them.
Once you give the nude.
Yeah.
Every nude I've ever gotten, I
expect for him to keep them because
he's like a you're like a nude hoarder.
I took a picture
like,
for him or a video
I'm a collector.
for him.
Yeah,
I'm a collector.
I don't expect you to keep it. Like,
you want them to delete them after you guys done?
I'm not saying that you should delete them. Like,
me.
if it's in the text thread, then it's in the text thread. Like, if it gets lost in the text thread, fine.
Oh, you don't say.
But as far as like saving them, no, I'm saying I'll save them depending on like the relationship I have with the guy. Like, if I really like you, I'll save your nudes. But it's not like.
So you're okay to save his nudes, but he can't save your nudes.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying like I don't expect it. Like, if you do it, you do it fine. But like if you don't, then that's fine too.
The what?
But I don't send it with the intent like I want you to save the nude. You understand what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I don't know. Like if you sent me a nude, the shit's stored. Like I'm deleting it out of the message thread and I'm putting it inside of the.
And I feel like you're storing it because you're gonna end up sharing it somehow to someone.
That's
showing
crazy.
someone.
It's
like,
crazy. But my point, right, or my whole issue with that comment, right? I feel like, we're like in this generation where like men are getting like a fucking attacked like left and right, where it's like that R word is just getting thrown out like nothing, right? And I want to say a couple years ago, a lot of women on social media made a big fuss about men sharing news with their friends, right? And saying that like you're doing that without our consent, it's a form of rape. So now dudes don't share news with their friends, right?
They do, just silently.
Which is crazy because honestly, 9 times out of 10 we really don't.
No, the
times that I get nudes and I be like, bro, like she sent me the nudes, and he's like, he was like,
you see my face, I'm like,
bro. There's been times where like, he was like, damn, but like we don't even like bother asking each other for the shit. Like it's like. We just know to like that's just territory we don't cross, But
I'm not saying and this is not something we've done forever. Like when I was younger, like we just traded news like Pokemon cards. You feel me? Like yo, give me that.
Who gets the baddest bitches?
Yo, look at this shit.
Yo, give me the hologram one. Like I'll give you my like, you know what I'm saying? But like ever since women started saying that shit, right? Because it's like no guy wants to be like that fucking creep, right? Like it's like we're like like that's the nigga that be like sharing all the news, don't send the news, stuff like that. So when I tell you like a majority of men do not like share nudes anymore, I'm like dead ass.
They will not.
But so I actually found that surprising when you commented that, because I'm like, oh shit, like those rules don't apply to y'all. Like,
which is crazy because she's telling me I can't save it because I will share it, but she's actively saying that she will share it.
I'm not saying you cannot save it. I'm saying I don't expect you to.
All right, so I save it, but the thought that's in your head is that I'm sharing it.
If you save it, I would think that is because like what are you doing with it?
What are you doing?
You said right now you're not beating onto it. So what are you doing with the nude?
I don't think I've ever beat off to any news I've ever gotten.
So what are you doing saving the nude?
Really?
Yeah.
Is it for your own ego, like for you to look at it whenever you want and be like, oh yeah, I bagged that at one point.
That's what it is.
Like, okay.
Or for you to ever say like if you were to ever come up with like, because like we like to throw out the rape allegations again, this was consensual.
Absolutely. Anything that a woman sends, it will be consensual because it's coming from like you. So you're sending it out. It's not like you go on her phone and you send yourself a picture.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you have like art hanging up in your house?
I'm sorry?
Do you have art hanging up in your apartment?
Yeah.
It's the same shit. It's just there. You probably don't even pay mind to it, right?
Wow.
Yeah, we'll look at
it. That's horrible.
Like, when was the last time that picture was looked at?
I don't know. I just look at them like, oh, I remember this guy or whatever. Like
reminisce.
Yeah, I reminisce.
When you miss that person, you're like, oh, okay.
I reminisce. Actually,
I wouldn't say
I'm going to go on my vote now.
I'm
definitely going to hit that vote now.
I have a hidden folder with like,
the calculator app?
No, the keep safe.
I used to have that.
I used to have keep safe. I deleted it.
I got keep safe.
I don't have it now. I'm single, so there's no need for it. But like,
y'all fellas,
used to have that.
Yeah, I can't.
Go through your girl. Go through your girl phone.
Don't even do that.
If she got two,
I'm not advising that.
If she got two calculator apps, it ain't right.
Bro,
first of all, you should not be looking through your spouse's phone.
If you go through your girl's phone, there's a lot of heartbreak and misery inside of her phone.
I saw a meme one time that was like, if you want to lose 20 pounds, just go through your partner's phone.
Go through your girl's phone.
Ever.
That's
in
my
life.
I'll be with you, bro. Like, I remember when I was younger, like if a girl asked me like, to go through my phone, I'd be like, yo, like why you even want to fight for? Like, what are you trying to gain? Like,
what do you want from this?
So manipulative.
Like, yo, we're doing good. Like you want to ruin this weekend?
He's so manipulative. He's trying to throw her off, make her feel guilty.
What?
Did it work?
No, women are dumb. Went through the phone, got her heart broken,
and then come looking at
stayed.
you. Right.
That's the worst.
Yo, that's one thing I don't understand about women, yo. Y'all be going so hard to catch a dude cheating just to stay
with the guy.
Like, yo, y'all don't. But it's what I mean when I say like, yo, women don't like being happy sometimes. It's like, yo, if you're gonna try to catch a guy cheating because you have the intentions of leaving, then do it. But if you know deep down like you're not leaving the nigga, like, don't do shit. Don't do shit to hurt your feelings.
That just comes with experience. Like, you just learn. I used to go through my ex's phone, my first relationship, all the time. I was
you would
in
catch him, right?
All the time.
And you would still stay with him, right?
All the time.
Yeah.
Every time I found what I was looking for, I
all the time. Say, go ahead.
Every single time.
All the time.
But I would never find like concrete evidence that he was actually cheating.
And then you found it.
I would always find. No, I never did.
It's always breadcrumbs, yo.
It's always it's always like shit that I can't. I'm like, damn.
It's like shit he shouldn't be doing, but it's not.
But not bad enough.
I will always catch it like right when it's starting.
Bro, I haven't gone through I think I haven't gone through a phone in like a decade.
So I'm gonna tell you
passcodes to her phone.
No, I don't ask for it. I don't look through it. Like it ain't none of my business what's in there.
Yeah,
I'm happy.
I'm gonna tell you the 2 times I went through. I'm gonna tell you a story.
Ignorance is bliss, right?
Like, I ain't happy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you a story on the 2 times I went through a girl's phone. Right. So
I feel like he knows the story.
One of them. He knows one of them. Right. 10 years ago. Right. I was dating this girl. I thought I loved her. I realized it wasn't love. It was just possessiveness. Right. So I thought
growth.
Yeah, it was growth. It was growth. I was possessing her. An obsession, honestly. But so it was 10 years ago, right? Me and her were dating. I go through her phone, and I see her texting like the weed guy, right? So like she went to the bathroom. I'm like,
the weed guy.
My heart is beating. Like, let me go through and see what I can find as quickly as possible and shit. So I'm going through.
It's like a time bomb type of shit. Like
the clock is ticking.
Oh shit! She turned off the water.
Exactly. The clock is ticking. So I'm going through her phone and I see her texting like the weed guy, and the guy was like, he said something along the lines of like, "Can you come over tonight?" She's like, "No, I can't tonight." I was like, "Tonight? The fuck does that mean?"
She's a sloppy cheater.
Right. I said, "The fuck does that mean?" So I pressed her about it. I'm like, "Yo, what's good with this?" She was like, "Yo, he's been asking me." Well, it was early in our relationship, right? So she was like, "I used to fuck with him. He's been wanting me to come over. I've been telling him no. But I haven't came out and told him no because like he's my weed guy. He gives me discounts." So I asked Carlos, my older brother, essentially. Yeah. And I asked him like, "Yo, like this is a situation." He was like, "Yeah, like, she's just trying to finesse him." So I was like, all right, like I'm gonna just sweep that. But that shit always stuck with me, and I never looked through a girl's phone up until I want to say 4 years ago. Right, it was a situation where like I was fucking with this chick, and like
the same chick,
a different girl, right? I was fucking with a different girl. Like that situation I dealt, the last one I just explained. I don't know if she ever like cheated on me. I don't know. Like I never really like looked into it. It never looked into it.
It got hurt enough.
I was just like, he says it's cool, so it's straight. You feel me? So I would say like 4 or 5 years. Man, nah, this got to be like 6, 7 years ago, maybe longer. Yeah, I was fucking with this girl. This guy used to always be hating on me. Like, bro, every time like she would come to me like, "Oh, such and such said this, such and such said that."
So she instigating.
She
instigating this shit too.
So she would come because we all used to work together, right? So like she would like, "Yo, he said this, he said that," and I'm like, "Yo, this nigga's just hating, whatever." So then like months going by, right? And I'm like, "Yo, like, why is this nigga still talking shit? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, something has to had happened for between you two.
And why is he always telling you?"
Exactly. So she was like, I used to fuck with him before I started fucking with you, and he's just mad jealous. Mind you, the nigga's like married, nigga. So like, I was like,
yo, married dudes that cheat are the most jealous though.
Yo, dead ass.
Yo, who you telling?
Dead ass. So
yo, I'm telling y'all.
So
yo, I got mad aggressive. Like, yo, who you telling?
So fucking. I'm asking her like, "Yo, what y'all got going on?" She's like, "Nothing. There's nothing between us. I don't give him the time of day. I don't give him nothing." Right? Mm-hmm. Talking about like fucking, we're in this shit for like a year and a half. Right? One day, like the nigga is still talking shit. Like a year and a half later, still going in, still talking shit about me. Like just saying like stupid shit, bro. Like real hater ass, like hating ass simp shit. So One day, like
this guy's consistent with the hating.
yo, dead ass, bro. It's been like for 6 months, like a year and a half. I'm like
He's
what the
he's
fuck
dedicated to this life,
bro. In my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And like every time he see me,
He wanted her.
he never like
All love.
It's all love, bro. Never said anything. Always like asking me if I want food, blah blah blah, like all types of shit,
guy.
But
right?
she's
So, yo,
telling
he's
you.
Yeah, she's telling me this
All right,
shit.
I'm gonna take a guess here. He's pretty much talking shit about you after he's done fucking her. But go ahead.
All right. So one day, right? I think we had just got through fucking. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, nigga. 2 o'clock maybe. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. We had just got through fucking.
My guy remembers the time.
She went. I remember the time because it's key points. It's key points for after this.
Yeah, it's part of the story.
You're right.
Okay.
It was a full moon.
It was a Tuesday. It was a cold Tuesday afternoon.
The moon was in Taurus.
Right. So fucking like we had just got through fucking. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. She goes to take a shower, and I'm like, I'm about to go through this bitch phone. So like I went through the phone and like I ain't see shit, right? I went through the messages, I ain't see shit. I went through the pictures, I ain't see shit.
Keeping a player.
I ain't see shit,
She had
right?
the calculator app.
You know what I went through? The fucking deleted photos app. Deleted pictures.
Oh, you was in there.
Yeah.
You got IT in that shit. Like,
Yeah. I went through the deleted pictures, and sure enough, what did I see in the fucking deleted pictures? Her grabbing this nigga's dick. Her hand
Wait,
was
but like over the pants or like
no, like the nigga's dick was
actually-
out of the pants. Schmeat was like this.
Schmeat.
Her hand was like right here, like this, right? I was like, this is crazy. Like instantly saw red, bro. I cussed her out from 2 a.m. to 6 in the morning. She's falling asleep, and I'm getting
4 hours getting cussed out. I miss those days.
Yo, I'm livid, right? So like I'm going sick. Like all types of bitches, all types of hoes. She's falling asleep. I'm waking her up just to cuss her out. Like
She's like, I'm what about it?
I'm waking her up
be
just to
me,
cuss her out and
yo.
shit. So
Yo, are you at your spot or hers?
I'm at her spot, right? And then I end up
kicked your ass
I end
out.
up cutting her off, right? So she's like, I ain't fuck with him. I ain't do nothing like that. Like this was just a mistake, yada yada yada. So
she's saying she didn't fuck him.
she's saying she never fucked
Oh
him.
wow, she's a liar.
Right. She said I never fucked him. This was
Maybe
just a
she did. Maybe
mistake.
she just played with it a
That's
little.
bullshit.
I'm getting there, Dory. I'm getting there, Dory. So she was like, I never fucked him. I ain't do none of that. It was just an accident. It was a mistake. I ain't really fuck with her since then. So like I ended up cutting her off, right? 7 years ago. Last year, September.
Fast forward.
Another full moon.
Last year,
This time the
September.
moon was in Aries.
Right? Yeah. Last year, September. We ended up linking up. She was like, yo, like, I'm like freshly single.
Lincoln to fuck or Lincoln just
Linking
to
just
catch
to
up?
chill, but we
Okay.
end up fucking after, right? So we ended up chilling. She comes up, she was like, I want to fuck. I was like on the fence about it because of the shit that like had happened before.
Trust
But
issues.
once again,
After
niggas being
7
niggas, you know, like I was just like, yeah, it was just like I can't trust you. Like I told you, my biggest thing is lying. Like if I can't trust you, like I can't fuck with you.
So you can't even fuck with a woman that you think is a liar?
Nah, I can't
Like
do
fuck
it.
her?
Nah, I can't do it because I feel like you'll lie to me about anything. Like you feel me? Like if you gonna lie to me about the dumbest thing, like if you tell me like this isn't wine, this is beer. You could tell me that you don't got no fucking STDs. You could tell me like you're not fucking.
No, that's
with
a
nigga.
fact, though.
You
Yeah,
could tell me
I
about
get it, I
like all
get it.
types of shit. You feel me?
get
And like you could lie to me about all types of shit. So like, anyway, so we end up chilling. She was like, she's trying to fuck. I'm like, I don't know. So I folded immediately. Like she applied enough pressure. I ended up folding. So
Men are so weak.
I ended up folding. Right. So we're laying.
Disgusting.
Right. So we're laying in bed, right? And right before we fucked, like we're laying in bed, and she was like, she brings up the nigga name, and like she's
Like
talking.
still?
Yo, dead ass.
Like, can you let this man go?
She brought this nigga's name up,
Would've
and
choked the
she
shit out of
is
her.
dogging this nigga. Like I'm talking about, like completely like talking mad shit about him, not fucking with him, blah blah blah. Right?
Years later.
Nigga, 7 years
7
later.
years.
7 years later, bro.
Like, why?
Yo, she's like dogging this because I guess they were still cool after that, right? They were still friends. I just cut her off. Plus, I was in a relationship. My ex wasn't fucking with her. My ex hated her. All types of shit. So,
She's dogging him out.
she's dogging him
Just
out.
be
Yeah,
fucking.
she's dogging him out. And I'm like, I just had this moment. I was like, yo, what the fuck really happened?
Keep it a bug with me.
Yeah, like, keep it a buck with me. Like, what really happened back then? So she was like, promise me you're not gonna get mad.
That's all you. That's
all you need
That's
to know.
all you needed to hear.
That's it. After that, I don't
Yo.
think you needed to like know anything
Dead
further.
ass. I was like, what type of fuckery is she about to tell me? Like, so I was like, I'm not gonna get mad. So then she ends up telling me that like she fucked this guy. The first time she said the first time I fucked him. So the first
Wow, so it happened
the first time I fucked him was when like I went to Barbados. Like my family's from Barbados, so I went to Barbados, and I was like, I did the math. I was like, yo, that's only like 2 months into like our situation. Like you gave this shit no time. Right, so she was like,
you didn't even wait to get bored.
Exactly, like
we're still having the good sex
for real. So she was
That's
like,
the best time though in the beginning.
Right.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
yo, she cheated like during prime dick.
that's what I'm saying. Like she was like, you didn't want a relationship
Yeah,
with
that's
me, and like I wanted to be your girl. You wouldn't make me your girl, and like I was upset. And
But he ain't make you his girl,
huh?
So, but he ain't make you
He
his
can't
girl.
make her his girl. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. But what's the like?
bro? I don't. Women, bro, women.
Yeah.
So
Adds up. That adds up. That adds up.
Nah, I'm gonna let you finish, but go ahead. I got a
so
rebuttal
she's
for that,
like,
but go ahead.
she's like, you ain't want to make me your girl. Like, I really want to be with you, and you wasn't taking me serious. So I was like, yo, like, fuck it. I'm gonna just fuck with him. And I was like, bet, right? So then she was like, I was like, so how long did it continue? So she was like it would just be periodically after that. So for like the 2 years, nigga, I was fucking with her. And I, like, obviously, like, we weren't in a relationship. Like, my biggest thing, like I said, honesty is the biggest thing. So, like, I never wanted her to be exclusive with me. I never wanted her to, like, you know, be my girl or anything like that. I just wanted to know if she was fucking someone else. That was it.
Okay.
Like, that was the bottom line. And she kept telling me no. So that's the part that got me tight. It wasn't the fact that, like, she was fucking someone
I
else.
feel like he knows what my question was gonna be.
Yo,
about
it's even,
it, so he's
and
like,
it's even fucking worse when it's like, yo, we're not even in a relationship.
We're not,
and you're lying,
exactly.
and you're lying. It's like,
she was
yo,
like, I didn't want to hurt you. Bitch, what you think you're doing right now? Like, what you think this is? Like,
yo, and the crazy shit is like,
why wouldn't you make her your girlfriend?
because she had lied to me before. Like, we were
But
like,
why did you continue fucking with her? At this point, it's like you put yourself in that situation.
This is the reason. You asked me why I can't fuck with a liar. This is why. Like, I hated liars before, right? But I never like stood up. I never stood 10 toes down on like how my stance on it. So like she lied to me about some shit before, and I was like,
before the whole like picture.
Before the whole
incident?
picture and everything, yeah.
Okay, so
before the whole picture
all
and
right.
everything, she had lied to me.
So
It
she
wasn't-
already had a few strikes before you
she
actually
had
saw the
one
picture.
strike before
One
that.
strike before the
Yeah.
picture. The
She
picture
had-
was the second strike.
No, she had. Oh, so I'm gonna give you what happened.
need
I had
timeline.
I had asked her about it. So we started fucking in like March. Something happened in like I want to say April or May, and I asked her about it. She lied. And I found out that she lied, and I could never trust her again. So I could never make her my girl again. So back then it was like
she disqualified
right.
herself.
Back then I was
That's
like,
it.
I could still fuck you, but I'm not gonna make you my girl. Now I'm not even sticking my dick inside of you. Like if you lie to me, type shit. So that's it. That's where I'm at. That's my story.
Okay. I was gonna say like that wasn't like what's the problem if she's not your girl, but you said it that you don't like the whole like if I ask you a question and I ask you about someone else,
Right.
then you should be able to be honest, especially because we're not in a relationship.
Yo, even if you're fucking someone else, you don't want me to know. Like, be like, yo, that's none of your business. Bet. Like now I know
that's more like yo, I'm really
but like-
fucking somebody else.
Because so like throughout this whole 2 years, right? Like he's thinking on some level she's faithful to him, right? Because
Faithful? They're not in a relationship.
But here's my thing, right? But she's also not keeping it real. So if like for me, like we may not be in a relationship, right? But if I'm asking you something, I expect you to be more honest with me. Because
Mr. Possessive, no one can be honest with you.
I
because you're
felt
like,
that she was fucking other niggas. I felt that
but
she was
yo,
fucking someone
I
else.
understand him though. That's my
I
expectation.
felt she was fucking
too.
other. My
because-
problem is that you're mad at me for talking to other bitches.
Yeah.
Like you're getting mad at me, like
And doing it.
like spazzing, and you're actively fucking someone else. Like that's crazy.
you know what's fucked up with like what I've learned, and maybe this sounds a little bit jaded. Like even expecting nowadays, expecting something from someone is like too fucking much. Honesty is the bare minimum, but a lot of people can't even provide that.
I don't
Can't
think
give you
so.
that.
I think we're just like we've lowered our standards. I think that's not like a crazy thing to expect some type of like honesty from people.
Right.
Even if you're
It's
not.
not.
Like I'm just saying, I don't think it's a crazy thing, right? But it's like now we got to lower our standards. Like all right, like that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yo, because my thing is like throughout this whole 2 years, right? You got this nigga looking at you like you a sucker.
No, I'm looking at this nigga like he's a sucker.
Oh,
I knew for a fact that she was fucking this nigga, bro.
Oh.
I just wanted her to admit this shit.
Oh.
Like he definitely didn't have to one up on me. Like bro, she could have been laying right next to this nigga. If I told her I wanted to come over, she was gonna drop this nigga to like let me come over. He
But
never had to one up.
there was a bunch of red flags though there. One, she was a liar.
1,000%.
Two,
1,000%.
she's pillow talking and talking shit about him to you.
Right.
I guess to put you more at ease that she doesn't see anything
Yeah,
in him.
yeah.
Yo, so she's
fucking
going back and
him.
forth. She's
Right.
playing the game.
Yeah, she playing the game. She going back and forth. She going to him and probably
Well,
talking
but
shit about
I'm
you.
sure of it.
Yo, but now she got you thinking like, oh, I got the one up. You're looking at him like he's a sucker,
And he's looking at you the same way.
Y'all both looking at each other like y'all the suckers, like pretty much.
I guess. If you
I
think
can
so.
see why you guys have trust issues with women though. Like even my homeboys, like they tell me stories and I'm like, I get it. Like I get why you guys think this way. Like a lot of my homeboys, they fuck with like married women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So
I love a girl
get
in a
it.
relationship. I love
See?
it. Like, that's the best one. Like, you call me when you want, and like you got somebody else to care about your affections, and your feelings and emotions. That's perfect.
In the
right there.
holidays,
Yeah.
Mr. Possessive can't have that. He's like, nah, even if
can't what?
even if she's married, he's like, nah, that pussy's mine. Like you can't fuck nobody else.
You can't fuck that nigga. He can't fuck your husband.
I'm not trying to be a side nigga. Like, yo, even when I was single, I would tell a bitch like, yo, like one of my first conversations, if we're going on a date and like you really think about fucking me, it's like, yo, we not really together, but I just don't want you fucking nobody else. So you can go on dates.
That's so.
But
you don't see the level of toxicity that shit is on the Richter scale. Like,
I mean, if they take
That's
him up
high.
on it, it's kind of like.
So all right, so you call me.
already out
So you're
there.
calling me toxic, right? For laying down boundaries that you have the opportunity to walk away from at that time.
Before the attachment.
If me and you go on a date, right, and it's like we're kind of feeling each other, right, but we're not like really ready for a relationship type shit, right? And I tell you, hey, like, yo, like I like this shit. Obviously, we're not ready to take to the next level. Yo, I don't want you fucking someone else. Right there and then, you can say like, yo, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna fuck whoever I want. Boom, I'm gonna walk away, right? I just don't like that. Women would be like, yo, they say like, I'll do that shit and then still fuck other niggas. Like, that's like corny to me. I don't think what I'm saying is toxic. I'm laying down.
What if they start off not fucking anyone else, but in the middle of the situation,
But keep
they
it.
end up fucking somebody
But I'll
else?
say to some shit like, yo, just
But would you cut her off because of that?
Yeah.
But you're fucking other women.
Yes. But
What?
But I'm keeping it real. But like, yo, if I'm telling you what my boundaries
But
are,
what if she's keeping it real too?
but I'm gonna
like
tell you.
6
But
months in.
yeah, but I'm gonna tell yo. As soon as you tell me you're fucking with somebody else, I'm gonna remove myself from that situation. But I'm not leaving with malice. Like, I'm gonna respect you. Like, yo, you're all right. So now you fuck with somebody else. Bet. Like, all right. Well, we had a good run. Thank you. I'm out of here. Like I said, I'm not trying to be a side nigga. Like, bro, if I'm fucking with you, I'm kissing you, I'm doing all this shit. Like, I don't know if you just got like a fucking golden shower the day before. Like, I'm not trying to be a part of that shit.
Nutted inside of you and I'm eating you out.
That's what I'm saying. But yo, that's
He
how
eating the cream pie. Yeah.
exactly. I don't want that
I
shit.
like that.
Oh god.
I don't want that shit. So it's like, yo,
This is crazy.
I don't think I'm toxic for laying down boundaries.
But you thought it though.
I ain't think anything. Don't try to get in my head.
You thought it
out
though.
loud.
You'll lose your way, honey.
Yo, and I think honestly that's why like most people are single and miserable. Because
I don't know about miserable.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know about
Definitely
miserable.
not miserable.
I didn't say y'all. I didn't say y'all.
They got offended. That
Word.
shit,
Nah, he-
that shit hit a nerve.
I didn't say y'all.
No, he said it for that reason, for
No,
us
I
to
did
react
it.
to it.
I did it. I mean, if the shoe fits and y'all want to project, y'all do what y'all gotta do. But
Nah, you don't got my shoe size. I'm good.
But I think, yo, you go on social media every fucking day and you're gonna see at least 10 fucking posts from women like talking about how they're single, there's no more good men out here, all this other shit, right? And that's because, yo, when y'all date now, right, y'all want to be fucking men so bad, y'all want to be players so bad that y'all go and entertain multiple men, right? And y'all aren't really giving like one person a chance and giving your full attention, and y'all fucking it up. Like, yeah, because y'all want to be players now. Like, y'all want to be fucking like mad dudes and all this other shit.
Nah, man, I don't want to fuck.
Not mad dudes. Not mad dudes. Just three.
I'm just saying,
No,
whatever.
Not even.
Not y'all though. Not you guys. You guys are good, right? You guys are the good ones.
I'm not saying I'm good all the
Yeah,
time,
no,
but
I'm
I'm
not
just saying
good,
like,
but-
Bro, yo,
yeah.
but I'm so sick of seeing that shit where like I'm sick of seeing women complain about being single in their fucking 30s on their second kid. Respectfully. But it's like, yo,
make sure you
but it's
sprinkle that in there.
But it's like, yo, all right, when y'all go and date, like how serious y'all dating? Like how, you feel me? Cause like, yo, most women entertain multiple dudes. Like, yo, you're not gonna get a dude. Like more likely than not, you're not gonna really settle down. And if you are, you're probably gonna pick the wrong one because you're not giving one person like the full undivided attention. I
You're
feel
not
like, yo,
giving the right person.
You're
the
not
amount
giving
of
the
yo,
the
I
right
feel like, yo,
person
I feel like pussy rap has fucking like warped women's minds to thinking like that it's okay to fuck multiple dudes. Yo, And I'm not saying it's not okay, but like, yo,
they warped more like the younger generation of women as opposed
the
to
old,
like,
the old hoes is just as fucked up as these new hoes.
I would say like maybe
Respectfully.
I would have to agree
respectful.
more or less if like you really don't have that relationship experience. The reason why now at my age I would say like I don't want to settle down is because I spent so much time in a relationship that I really didn't get to know me.
Here,
so that's the reason why I would say that now.
That's fair. My thing is like the people I'm really speaking for right now is the women that want relationships. I think if you don't want a relationship,
don't move like they want one.
Exactly right. You want a relationship. You post about wanting to be in a relationship, right? But your actions are not going to get you to that relationship. I think if you're single and you're fine with it, that's fine. This doesn't apply to what I'm saying. But I feel like, if you're one of those women, which I see a lot, they're all in their fucking 30s and got, you know what I'm saying? Like got kids and all this shit. But then it's like, when y'all get into a relationship, y'all, or a situationship, y'all entertain multiple guys. And then you wonder like, why isn't none of these things panning out? It's because like, you're dating wrong, but you think it's like the new norm to like date multiple men. I just don't think that works out for women, in my personal opinion. So I'm open to being wrong.
What is the difference between
My guy started preaching just now.
What's the difference between men having a roster and like women having a roster of men?
It's
And I'm saying like, and I want to just clarify the
What?
fact that you can date multiple men and you don't necessarily have to be sleeping with those multiple men.
We are not the same.
It could just be
There we-
okay.
There we go.
granted,
problem.
We are
That-
not the same.
that's
That's,
what-
fine. We're not built the way you guys are
Yes.
as far as like.
And also our values. I hate to like. I feel like Fresh and Fit fucking beats this shit in the head too much. But like, I feel like a woman's value. I don't even feel a woman's value definitely comes from her chastity. Like it has nothing to do with her being or the same value that a man has. Like you guys hold the power of sex. Like I could walk down the street and try to talk to 100 women and be like, I want to have sex with you, and probably are gonna come up very slim on those numbers. Whereas you walk down the street and talk to 100 guys and be like, I want to have sex with you. The amount of guys you're gonna get off of that 100 is gonna be way higher.
But you said it's sex. But how many of those 100 men are actually gonna be able to give us a committed
But
relationship?
that's we're not even talking about a relationship. We're talking about just actual sex right now. So we're talking about a roster, right?
Okay.
You're not actually in a relationship with your roster. You're fucking your roster. So the problem is that you guys hold the power of sex, whereas like we have to work towards getting the sex. Like you guys have the key. You guys are outside of the house. Like, let's just say sex is a house. You guys are outside of the door, fucking guard. You guys are outside of the door guarding this shit,
know
right?
better.
I'm sorry.
Rookie
I'm sorry.
mistakes.
I'm sorry. You guys are outside of the door guarding this shit, right? Whereas like for us, like we have to break the barrier down. We have to like put in the work. We have to find the key. We have to do the things. We have to put in the effort to actually get inside of the house, which is the S.
But that's not our fault. That's just you guys' fault because a lot of you men are easy.
It's society's.
I love when I run into a man that actually has standards and it's like, no,
It's the
it's
way
not going to be that
society
easy
is,
to
like-
like sleep with me or get this out of me. Like that's a challenge for me. Like, okay, I'm
it's
with
the
it.
way that society is, to where like the woman is the one that like has the power of sex. That's why like.
But you guys give us that power. You understand that? You guys give us that power,
which is okay
because the
It's
majority
fine.
of men would be like, no, it's not going to be that easy.
It's
to,
fine
like,
that you
get
guys.
sex from me
It's
or get
fine that
this
you
from
guys
me,
have
that
the
it would
power,
be-
but when you have the power, respect the power. Like you can't have the power and just pass the power or pass it
Give it
out
away.
to everybody.
I agree with that.
And have a multiple people.
Y'all are being very irresponsible with y'all pussy.
Right.
Essentially.
No, I agree with that's poor pussy management. Actually,
pussy management.
yeah, I agree
my
with
point
that.
exactly. You feel me? It's like, yes, you guys have the power, and it's fine. Keep the power. We don't want the power. It's actually easier for us to not have that stress of like holding sex onto us. Like it's definitely fulfilling when like you get to fuck a girl that like you wanted for a minute, and like you get to accomplish that or conquer that. Like that, it's the best feeling, and I love it. But like the problem is that when I get to conquer that, it's a different feeling that I get in comparison to what you get from when you allow guys to like.
So let me ask you a question. So you okay with like if you're meeting a woman, you're trying to like get this woman or whatever, and she makes you wait 90 days for sex?
Nah, fuck that shit.
Okay, so then you're contradicting what you're just saying.
I mean, I love it, but like
you're contradicting what you're saying.
I like the
though.
thought that like you want to make me wait.
Yeah.
Just don't make me wait. Like, you know, like
Yo, it's a good. All right,
What?
it's
a good thought.
Here's what it is. All right. Obviously, 90 days is a fucking wild amount of time, right? But my thing is like,
Damn, that's not even that long.
That's 3 months.
months.
That's a quarter of a year.
Yo,
quarter of a
alright,
year.
Yo, the thing is like, yo, when we're dating seriously, right? We want to just be able to assess like a woman in a way like, all right, you don't give it up to every fucking dude.
Everybody.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you got to make every guy fucking wait 90 days, but like, I hope you have some type of fucking like filtering situation where it's like, yo, not every guy that talks to you gets the fuck. And it feels like nowadays it's like, yo, you get a girl's number, like your chances are like you're already at 50%. Like you kind of got that shit.
No, you know what's the wild part about it?
That has to do a lot with the guys too, though.
You know what?
I'm gonna be real. It has a lot of you guys play this role. Like sometimes you guys want more from a woman. Like you guys, I don't know. Like you guys are really on game with like women and what they want to hear and shit like that. You guys will
play. You have to play the game.
But
like,
exactly. Essentially, you will.
But y'all post everything.
But you guys will make us think that you want something that you don't. Like with whatever, you guys are very deceiving. I'm not saying all, but a lot of men will be deceiving, and then like you fall into that trap of like giving a man what he wants.
But the problem is, like I
sex,
said, like you guys, like I said, you guys hold the power of sex. So like we have to do what it takes to get the sex. It's up to you guys now after we get the sex to hold on to us. And the problem is that y'all can't hold on to us. And they want to look at us and blame us for the.
But yo, here's my. But yo,
we got you with the sex, and we trying to hold you with the sex. That's what we hold you with.
The sex isn't gonna hold you. That's why, like, for you to think that.
I do agree with you, but you understand where lines could be blurred, and we could think we could hold you with sex.
The problem is like you think you can hold us for sex, which is why you think that we could be monogamous in a relationship, which is it would never be like that. You would never be able to sexually satisfy a guy with just yourself ever. Never ever be able to do it. It would never happen. Like. Unless like you meet like a virgin guy, that would be the only reason why you'll be able to do that shit.
Not a virgin.
A virgin would be the only guy.
You still got those?
Where they got those at?
Where they got those at?
Once again, like I said, I don't want to like fucking regurgitate another person's like opinions and shit. But it's reality, to be honest with you. Like you would never be able to do that. Like, and I feel like this is where we skew things, like making women believe that we're equal. We're equal in the sense of rights, and we're equal in the sense of what we deserve as humans. Yes, but like in terms of relationship and like how a relationship should go, we're not equal. Like. Men are designed to want to have multiple people. You guys are designed to want security and protection. So like you guys have to get what you guys have to make us give you what you want, and we have to make you give us what we want. But the problem is that we're busy making you try to give us what we want, and we're not getting shit in return. So then we go out and look at it from other places, or we follow our natural instinct, and then you guys want to demonize us through this process.
I don't know. I feel
and then want to turn around and be niggas on the end of it. Be like, you know what? If you fucking multiple bitches, I want to fuck multiple bitches. No. That's just going to push me away even more.
I don't know. I feel like all of that is very much like people trying to follow too much. Like I'm very much like, let's make our own rules in this relationship. Like I just don't want to like follow what everyone else is doing or what society feels like we should be doing. I want to do what we feel comfortable doing in our relationship, whether that's against what society says is normal or not. Like I'm cool with that.
I think that's the way a relationship ultimately works. You feel me? But I feel like initially, like you kind of you go into that with like the standard rules. You know what I mean? I think when you get into that relationship and it evolves, you make up your own rules, and that's when like you make up your own boundaries. And that's like, you know, obviously you speaking about that.
I feel like those should be there regardless from the very beginning.
I think things would be too fucking wild if there was no like standard, no norm initially.
Well, it's not necessarily not a standard. I'm just saying, like, I feel like boundaries should be there from the very beginning, from the minute you meet the person.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, when she was trying to fucking crucify me over here earlier, when I said like, yo, when I was single, if I was dating you, right, like I set my boundaries immediately, but you always have the opportunity to walk away from my boundaries.
Right. When I started dating.
Once again, we're talking about like dating, though. We're not talking about just fucking. I'm
so toxic. I want to feel like I'm walking away, and I want you to be like, don't.
Like if we're just fucking, then we're just fucking.
No, I feel like that either way.
Honestly, if we're just fucking, I don't give a fuck what you do. Like you do you. Like we're just fucking.
Nah, I give a fuck about everything.
Nah, I don't give a fuck about that. If we're dating, if I see you as a possible like wife, that's a different story. Completely different.
Yeah, but how long does it take you for you to realize that you see this person as a wife?
You determine that.
How do we determine what you view us as?
Because you're the one. You determine what person I get.
To get there.
Like you really don't think that if I come off right as a fucking douchebag and I'm like arrogant and I'm an asshole and I curse at you and all that shit, you're gonna be like, whoa, I would never be in a relationship with this guy, right? But if I come to you charismatic and I'm charming and I'm caring and I'm doing all these things, then you're like, I could see myself being in a relationship.
I mean, you could be arrogant and asshole to everyone but me.
It's just in general, like even if I'm towards you. Like,
Okay.
I'm responsible for my perception that you. I'm responsible for the perception that you have of me. Like, regardless if it's negative or positive or whether it's my intention or not, like I'm responsible for that. So you guys are responsible for the person that I get. Like, if I'm fucking with you and you're like, you give me the qualities of a wife or the person that I want as a wife, then I'll consider that. But if you're not giving me those qualities, then it's like,
even then, yo, it's a toss up because even then you have those women that will show like. They'll be in a situation and they're just trying to like be a pick me and like prove to the man that they have they're wifey material and they can do this, they can do that, they can cook, they can clean, and then at the end of the day they still don't get picked. So it's just like,
here's the problem. Here is the problem. A lot of times women give men what they think men fucking want. Your guy's gonna tell you what he wants from you. Like but you guys don't listen. You don't listen. You don't understand it. Like, we will come to you and say, this is what we want from you. This is the things that it would take. This is the type of woman I want. And you're going to cook, you're going to clean, you're going to do all this and you're going to suck his dick. And he may not want none of that shit. He just may want you to be loyal to him. He may just want you to have a conversation with him. He just may want you to like be honest with him. But you won't do that thing for him, and it's prolonging the situation.
Like, a big thing women do nowadays is they think when they bring their own finances to a relationship, they think men want that, and then they get confused. Like,
it's a modern woman,
exactly. But like a lot of women now, there's like, well, like I'm a fucking boss, I'm an entrepreneur, like I make my own money, I make $100K, and to most men, they're like, okay, I don't give a fuck. But then it's confusing. It's confusing to a woman because it's like,
you should lead with what you make.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just using that as one of like the points.
I know, but who the fuck is out there talking about I make $100,000 a year?
I mean, but look at it. Look at it.
But why?
Yeah, but look at it like this. Like, let's just say you imagine, right? Hypothetically, you've been walking in the desert. It's hot, right? You walk in the desert for hours on end, trying to find civilization. You come across a person, and the person asks you, "What do you want from me?" And you're like, "I just want a cup of water." And the person's like, "I hear you.
Here's a sandwich.
But here's some food, right? That's not what I. Thank you for the food, but that's not. Water. I don't want that. I want water, right? And I feel like often that is what guys get in relationships where like women will be like, well, I did this for him and I did that for him and I did the next and I was a good woman and all of that stuff.
But did he ask for any of that?
But he didn't want none of that. He wanted this specific thing, and he probably hinted towards it or communicated it, and you completely disregarded it and gave him what you thought he wanted, and then look back and be like, why did he leave me? I was such a good woman.
All right, so I was gonna actually ask that question, right? Because you're saying, like, are you saying this like in a situation when you're starting to get to know someone? You guys are dating? Are you in a relationship? Because I feel like a lot of times women fall into like that crack of relationship, trying to prove themselves that they can be a wife and they have like their wifey material. But at the end of the day, like, it never really evolves to that.
Bro, I think it's overall. Like, I was in a situation, and I don't want to take over this fucking podcast. You guys could chime in at any point. I don't want to take over everything. But, like, I was in a 5-year fucking relationship, right? And not once through the 5 years did I get the thing that I wanted, which is what ultimately caused me to break up with her.
5 years for you to realize that this person was not...
Because you guys don't listen. That's the problem.
But that's what I'm saying. Why does it take 5 years?
Because you guys do not listen. Like,
5 years of not listening, bro. I'm giving you 1 month of not listening.
I feel like you're not listening now. I feel like he's telling you.
Exactly.
Like
he said she wasn't listening, but 5 years. At what point do you like
the
get
problem
tired
is that a lot of times like guys would like suffer through it. Women don't suffer through it. Like a lot of the times women would think that they're suffering through the shit, which is like by putting up with cheating. That is not fucking suffer through. Imagine having to deal with fucking piss poor attitudes, all the other toxic shit that she's bringing from her relationship, kids that aren't yours, all this other shit that you're bringing into a relationship that a guy literally have to sit there and suffer through. And we'll be like, okay, I'm going to suffer through it because this is the best possible outcome or option for right now. Or there might be a possibility of her becoming better, right? So you suffer through it thinking that things are going to get better, and things do not change. Like, you guys say, like, I'm sorry or I'll change it, and don't change.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I'm like past that. I'm like past as far as like, I feel like you need to really show me from the beginning what are your intentions and like exactly what I'm looking for. Like other than that, like the whole way, I'm not like up for like the waiting game. I'm not waiting for like 3, 4, 5 years for you to change.
I mean, but that's also the toss up because like
I think, but women are better at that. I think women can assess a situation better or earlier and then decide to leave right away. Like he said, like most men, we don't leave like bad relationships for some, or it just takes us a lot longer. And I don't know why. Like I don't know if like it's just laziness or just like a thing out of comfort. But like, oh, I mean, there's a reason why more divorces are initiated by women than men, right? I'm sure like in those situations, the men are just as miserable as the women, but they're just very unlikely to actually initiate the divorce. I think that's just like I think that's like one of the bad traits that just men have. Like we're a lot more tolerable to like a toxic situation than women are, which is like good for y'all because like, you know, you guys see that and leave right away, which is like, it's a good trait. You know what I mean? I think that's something like we as men have to work on.
Like you say, you guys like women respect themselves a lot more. Or you guys have more respect than guys have for themselves. You know, like you said that earlier, man, in terms of sex. You know, like it's the truth. Like we typically would put up with a lot more than a woman would put up with. Like we would make sure we would put our needs to the side a lot longer than a woman would put her needs to the side.
I agree with that.
You know, like what's one good example of this, and this is like the worst thing was like, how many times have you like heard one of your friends, like male friends, like talk about like how like his girl hitting him? A lot.
Quite often.
Women hit men a lot, right?
Yeah.
And what do we as men do? Just take it.
Just eat it.
Right? You beat your bitch once. It's a problem.
All these girls in the post, like, you're so strong. Like, you need to leave that guy.
But yo, like, I feel like a guy will get physically hit or like be a part of domestic abuse for years.
For years on end, bro.
And then like, you know, not say shit to anybody, just take that shit, right? But a woman get hit twice, like, okay, like I'm calling the cops.
Bro, there was one time, like, I would not, once again, not to take over, but like I was like 10. And like my uncle was in this fucking toxic situation with this woman that she was known in the city for like being like fighting and being super aggressive and shit. So we were on
straight
like
booger.
Bro, we were on a like a
Straight hood booger.
we were on a family outing, right? And we were in Maryland. So we were on our way to we were on our way to like go shopping, and she was like, "I'm gonna kill. Like, you better shut up before I kill all of us." And like grab the wheel, grab the steering wheel, and yank the fucking steering wheel, right? And I'm like, "What the fuck is?" And I'm in the back seat, like, "What the fuck is going on?" Right?
How old are you?
Like, I'm probably like 10, bro, like 10, 11, somewhere around there. It was the Xbox 360 had just came out, like somewhere around there, bro. Like I'm like,
He remembers the small details of these stories.
Everything. Like I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening, right? And that was not enough for my uncle to decide to leave. She busted the windows on his car. She ran up electricities in his bill, or electricity bill. The electricity bill got ran up in his name. She popped the tires on him. She sent him to jail. All of that shit. And he still stood by her. Wow. There was no way a woman is ever dealing with shit like that. And that is like obviously the extreme.
She's tired.
That's obviously like the extreme, you feel me? But like
do put up with shit like that.
Not as often. Not as often and as not as many women as you really think.
You think that bad?
There's women that get beat forever and they never leave their husbands.
Beat?
Some guys get all the luck.
Wow, that's funny. He's super toxic over there. It's horrible. How's yeah? I told you, I grew up in a household where my stepdad was super possessive of my mom. Like, and it's crazy because I was like programmed to think that that was love. Yeah. Like if a guy doesn't like act crazy over me, then he actually really doesn't love me.
I still think that.
Yeah, so like I need my dude to like be like, no, that's my pussy. You can't fuck nobody. Like that type of crazy shit. Like, okay.
Yeah,
you know,
like
but yeah, but I had to slowly kind of like get away from that. Like, yeah, that's not healthy at all.
I want it anyway. I still want it, but I want it from like a specific person.
You don't want that. You don't want that from the nigga you don't want.
You don't want that from everybody. No, you know what's crazy? That you think you want someone like that until you actually get someone that's like that. Because my last ex, he was like that, like to the 10th power. I've told you, like he didn't even like for a guy family member to like serve me a drink.
Right.
So let's say like that was my man and like you were his cousin and like you poured me a drink, he would be like, "Why the fuck you pouring my girl a drink?"
Yeah.
He would say to the guy.
Yes.
Well, that dude was nuts.
He would tell his cousin what I'm supposed. I'll make my girl the drink.
All I want is not my bitch not to check out other niggas in front of me. Like I ain't over there yet. Like.
No, he would be like, why are you doing that?
Oh, that dude,
I'm supposed to do that.
No, that's like one of those that like kill for their women.
He
like,
was super,
crazy.
Yeah, he was super. It got really, really, really bad. Like that's why I had to be like, exit stage left. Like, yes, this ain't gonna.
But you left, which is the problem. A lot of guys don't leave.
I
We
had
end up
to.
in these toxic ass situations for forever.
That's what he was saying. Men
It's stuck.
don't leave. The
Yeah, I
women
know for sure. I had to, but all right, guys. So you want to give like your final GinTV podcast final thought?
And final thoughts: don't trust these women.
These hoes ain't loyal.
Guys, leave toxic situations.
That-
I'm just joking with you.
Mr.
Yo,
Possessive.
final thoughts. Like the most important thing I think anyone listening to this should apply to life is make sure y'all go follow us, GinTV podcast on YouTube, Instagram, all that shit, Spotify, Apple, all that. So that's all.
You guys are coming back, or I feel like we have a round 3. This is gonna be unlimited now.
Yeah.
Limited
Yeah,
rounds.
Yeah, come
Take
on.
this back and forth. I mean, y'all stealing guests from us now, but we appreciate it.
Your guests are hitting us up.
All right,
Okay,
all right, then we're doing the right things. We all doing the right things.
I love it. I love it.
for sure.
I would definitely come back up here though. This is a vibe. For
Once
sure.
again, yo, shut the conversation with Zoe for
For linking us.
for linking us up.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, review the podcast. GinTV, I'll put all the podcast details in the episode details. Make sure you guys also like, subscribe, share, review our podcast. We're on all streaming platforms. We are on Instagram at Ladies Pitch and on Twitter, Pitch718. So yeah, like, subscribe, all that good shit. Guys, thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for having
Till
us.
next time.
All right.
Yeah, let's
All
make
right,
it
so
soon.
this is your favorite mommy, Haiti baby.
And Dory.
Peace.
Peace.